Supreme. Welcome back to what is going to be another fantastic night here at the Navy MWR Esports Spring 2026 Tournaments presented by USAA and of course brought to you by the Navy's Morale Welfare Recreation Program at Commander Navy Installations Command. If you're new here, Navy MWR delivers high quality recreational programs and services that contribute to resiliency, retention, readiness, as well as quality of life. These programs include such things you're going to see today: community recreation, entertainment, fitness, food, beverage, golf, intramural sports, liberty, libraries, movies, and so much more. As always, I am Dirk, joined alongside my duo, the spaceman himself. Hair is looking extra bouncy today. I love it.
It'd be gripping. Listen, I'm a big fan of the way that the bedhead sometimes wakes up. And these are the days where long Call of Duty is our best friend. And because it is, we also want to shout out the fact that this series is a part of the Navy and Nation's 250th birthday celebration. It's our anniversary. We beat the British, and we'll never let them forget it. Throughout the year, the Navy MWR will host events that highlight the Navy's global impact, honor those who have served and continue to serve, and support mission readiness and recreational activities. And we do that by celebrating with esports here tonight.
Yes, it is day number 2. We'll have day number 3 going tomorrow, but we'll touch up on more of that as the show does go on. But before we do begin day 2 here of our tournament, let's take a pause for the national anthem.
Competitors in these tournaments will be battling it out for a chance to win some exciting, amazing prizes, as we have every single tournament, provided by the Navy Exchange. Each member of the first place team will receive a $150 gift card. Second place prizing includes a $100 gift card. In this series, we will also have a redemption bracket. We had one very early on yesterday, might get a little bit of a teased one today, and of course, prizing for the winning team that does eventually make it through like we see in first place. Teams that do lose in the first round, and if time permits the second round, will be grouped together to compete for a chance to win a $75 gift card for each member of that team should the redemption bracket kick into place. But Dirk, every time we play these events, we always have prizes to give away, and it's always just a nice little boost of morale for the players as they grind through some of these gauntlets.
it's a nice way for everybody to just really stack up on those, because of course they do have to split teams if they win, but they can still keep on chasing that first prize, which we have seen players kind of just run the table and get first place every single time and come out with, well, I think like close to what, like $500 to $1,000 at a time. So a lot to play for here today, but let's go over the format of what we are going to be seeing. We do have 10 confirmed teams. That is going to be good for 4 rounds. We'll have the single elimination bracket with the redemption bracket that Spaceman did mention. But the very first round, we'll have 4 teams squaring off in our first round. It's just going to be a best of 1. Then round 2, going to our semifinals and the finals. That is all going to be best of 3, which of course we will touch upon everything from maps, modes, and our great production team who put together a nice graphic for us when the time comes.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got some exciting graphics to debut this evening on stream, and knowing that we also have another small kind of roster of teams tonight like we had yesterday, again, we can hone in on the storylines that really stood out, which was the AR play we had yesterday. Speaking of, here are the players that are going to be highlighting a lot of these teams across the board, their teams in the bracket. We got our quarterfinals up first, our round 1s with a couple of buys, but on both sides, you see players in yellow, I should say teams, and teams in blue, both splitting each side of the bracket like we've seen before. And yesterday, some notable names at times, but really was just a mix-up of different teams. Eventually, we saw like the likes of former Navy MWR champions, Jake and Cabase and WASD kind of moving into different rosters. But what we got a lot of yesterday was brand new maps in this rotation, Dirk. We have Black Ops 7 coming in with a bunch of heavy hitters from Black Ops 2, and though it's rotated into the natural rotation of maps like we have with Colossus, seeing players play S&D on Plaza was just a great throwback for us old heads.
Yeah, I mean, some of the maps that, of course, like when they first launched, everyone's just kind of getting their feet wet, getting their first taste of it. When you do have a smaller map pool, obviously things can get a little bit more repetitive. That's why when it hits this mid-season and you start incorporating DLC maps or throwback maps to previous Call of Duties, that's when you kind of get to see everything, you know, kind of put together and a lot more enjoyable to watch. And I'm assuming for the players, a lot more enjoyable to play as well. I think from compared to what we had at the very beginning with those stock maps that came with Black Ops 7, with the mix-up of some of the ones that we saw yesterday was great. And then also the NPC play. No Dravic that's been used throughout the rest of this tournament, kind of mimicking what we've been seeing in the CDL too. And I thought it was great. You know, I think at times the Dravic was a little bit overpowered with some of the shots that you were able to hit, where I think with the NPC, it almost looks like, you know, you're not gunning people from super far range that the Dravic might, where we saw people outgunning ARs from there. So I like the balance that we saw yesterday, still with the M15, but then that being in play.
Yeah, I want to hit on that point actually. Like, it can be as like lizard brain and arcade shooters as just simply having a different iron sight on a sub, having a different sub, getting engagements other than the Dravic or whatever year it is, whatever's the meta to begin a competitive season. It's just nice to see. It's nice to see different guns get moved around and to see what players can do. We had maybe 1 or 2 instances yesterday where flex was really a conversation during a hard point. Other than that, we didn't get a lot of extended series. We didn't really get a lot of long maps. Like we had a round 11, which was maybe the highest highlight of the night. Everything else though was, we had a couple 100-point clubs. We apparently in the off stream there was like a 250 to 10 kind of match, and then even like our top 2 teams going into grand finals, a bit of a blowout on the hard points, and then, you know, GG's in the respawn in the pause screen. So like it's just been very quick, which, you know, we're accustomed to some extent, but I was a bit surprised by how even with the caliber of players we had yesterday, and just as the teams changed, there was still room for dominance and stompings, which we'll see today, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you would hope that it maybe gets a little bit more competitive. I know there was just a lot of wackiness and everything that was going on. Lots of teams having to wait too while we're just trying to get into those lobbies. So we had to go old school today. We do go back to Codcaster and having that in play. I mean, knock on wood, but we've tested it. Everything looks good. All systems are go. So it should be a good one. I know that the first match we're going to watch, great names. Big Brainium AFG. And Easy White Chocolate, which, if people don't get the reference, it's from the movie White Chicks, Terry Crews. Just thought I would add that in just in case you didn't get it.
I do. I just laugh because it's just being able to say that name, 1, is going to be fun, but 2, like they're just, I appreciate the names we've gotten throughout these different tournaments, but I think that's one of the better ones. Of at some point tonight, we're going to get something crazy, and one of us is going to have to eke out an Easy White Chocolate. And then, you know, we had yesterday, I think we watched Goob, the bald White Panther, moving around on the map. Just the Alex Caruso of the modern day. I mean, there's always so many different kinds of players we get in these tournaments, and I'm excited to see what the lore evolves into tonight. But we're making sure we get a quick little issue on the back end figured out for this round 16 first match. It's gonna be a best of one, like we talked about earlier. And again, shout out to production on the back end who worked through a billion different things last night. Not only get us streams, and so the players as well. Cabase, shout out to you for streaming your teammates' POV. But we literally threw it back last night. We had Periscopes up, we had TikTok lives, we had POVs. But tonight it should be just a fun little box of Call of Duty. And I think I just want to get a snipe, dude. I want a little snipe action tonight. Just something different. In the S&Ds, I don't think that's too much to ask. I just want a little snipe.
Yeah, what was it like yesterday? From what we saw, it was good. We saw one sniper, but it was quickly. I think it survived one round. You saw the little flashlight of the sniper, and then the very next round, it was gone. But yeah, the players, Cabase especially, he was not only the MVP of the night, but he was the MVP in every regard, even from a production standpoint. Went in Codcaster for us, drove it better than probably you and I ever could.
Oh yeah.
But I like I said, I doubt that he has ever touched the controls for Codcaster, which they were complex back then. I'm assuming they're probably even more complex now.
Oh my god, they are so complex. So yeah. He was kind of filling that shoes of, like, you know, when you go to local back in the day, and like you're like, if you had a teammate who was friends with the local or the TO specifically, or like was doing just a broadcast to fill in as a player, that's kind of what they would do. They would run, they would go play their match, then run, go back to the desk and like and talk a little bit because we need somebody to fill. They would run back and play their next match. Like, that's kind of what we got from Cabase. Bro was all over the map. But yeah, this is gonna be a whole night. Knowing that, again, we're whittling it down to maybe 10 teams or so. It does close the talent pool to a degree of, there's not much room for teams to have an off night now, because again, you don't get the benefits of a lower bracket or a long lower run. If anything, you get a redemption bracket for a game or two. This is a best of one up until best of threes around round 3-4 winners, and then it's best of threes through finals. So it's not a lot of a runway to land this thing tonight if you have a slow start. And for some of our teams, they really got outclassed yesterday.
Yeah, it was obviously with some returning faces we kind of saw, but even when we hit that first semifinal with how dominant the hardpoint was, and then the search and destroy kind of blew our minds a little bit. And I wonder if we'll get that same today. The good part about this, I think we have the ability to be able to see the rosters beforehand. I think it's more fun just loading in and being like, who's on this team? Be like, oh, surprise, it's Charms and this guy and this guy. So that's what we always like to keep on there. And then sometimes they change up the names, like Team Terror is back under the same name. Obviously, they are the ones who won. Yep. Who's on the roster now? You know, I'm gonna be excited. Is it gonna be Cabase? Is it gonna be some other players that are gonna be going out there too? So I know they're still waiting to get all the players in the lobby. You know, COD hosting servers, all the fun stuff we've all been through a million different times. We will be playing the same map rotation as yesterday too, and mode rotation. So I don't think anything is changing in that regard. So once we do hit the semifinals, we could see the return of Gridlock in Hardpoint, S&D on Plaza. Wait, no, we didn't see S&D on Plaza yesterday.
We did.
We did.
It was we saw it was the first match.
I was thinking of Express for some reason.
I'm not kidding. I'm with you. Every time I think of Plaza, I see Express, the name. I don't know why. It's just completely. It's what's it called? A Mandela effect. It just breaks my brain every time. That's all I got.
Is that Mandela effect?
Wait.
At one point, Express was named Plaza. Wait.
Yeah, dude. I swear, man. I swear. It's Oh my god, brain blast. The map that we were talking about yesterday, Sake, I was saying that it reminds me a little bit of like some MW 2019. There was some Ascension for Black Ops 4. The map I was thinking about, some of the routes, the inner routes on those longer rotations remind me of is like Yemen. Like Yemen had a lot of those really windy paths to get into the hill in Black Ops 2. I was trying to bring that up yesterday and I forgot the name. Yeah, Yemen is very, and there's a bunch of different maps crammed into that thing, but Yemen is one of those. So again, if you've played any kind of Black Ops 2 or Treyarch game in the past, you're probably pretty comfortable on this map regardless, so it shouldn't be too much problems for the players.
Yeah, that's actually, that's, I was like, there was that one, then for some reason, I don't know why, this is so stupid to even think of this, there was like some parts where I was like thinking in the close quarters, almost like a London docks on like the close like encounters in the building, obviously not in like the middle or those open lanes, but once you actually got inside of like the shipyard and then inside of both like the elbow areas, I don't know why, it's like the first thing that I kind of thought of from there. But it is a very unique map. I mean, I don't really think we've had one like it, like in the rotation one, to be as large a set, two, with how many objects and how flat it is. I think a lot of big maps, you got high ground in certain spots and there's a low area. This is pretty even. I know that there's obviously the lower side of the map when you go into the warehouse area where you go down some stairs, but everything else, it's pretty. I'll be curious to see, like, as time goes on and the professionals start to grind it, play it more, what they feel about it. If it's going to be a map where they're like, no, this is atrocious, we don't want anything to do with this, or it's going to be one like, oh, you know, worth a try.
Yeah, it could be like a pet pick for like a hard point that you see once or twice end of the year. I don't know. The pros, like, they, and rightfully, have like the frontline opinion when it comes to, like, they've played Scar more than anybody in the world, and they know that, like, if Scar hardpoint's just not working, it's not working. Fair play. There's been issues with the spawns on exposure. There's been issues with the spawns on Blackheart. Issue being, at just some point the game state does not favor the defense, because if you get spawn trapped, it's GG's. So there could be room for error when it comes to Sake. We don't know yet, but it is a little bit of a wider and longer map than we're at least accustomed to the start of Black Ops 7. And I think that potentially brings some opportunity for, if we can't get raid in rotation, or we can't get, you know, express or something like that, maybe Sake is a nice little, like, third wheel that can kind of grease the gears for this map rotation. So it's gonna be exciting. I don't know if we're gonna see a lot of that pick, honestly. I think if you're kind of into day 2 and you're still figuring out your teams now that either things have changed or you're really feeling the pressure of a day 2, we might see a lot of comfort picks with things like Colossus or Den, which can play all 3 modes. So it could be a lot of Den tonight, but I know that we have some maps set for our early rotation, and with that, I'm always excited to see what players bring to the table regardless we get. I mean, Scar can still change, but Scar, Sake up to start. We got a little bit of Den. I want to see at least raid. That's all. I want it just a little bit. That'd be great.
just no forfeits in the finals, and we should be fine.
Just one time. That's all I'm asking for. But we're putting on the Scar first. I mean, that is a brutal way to start the day. That is a wake up, get in, good luck. You know what I'm saying?
If you're not warmed up, you're about to be warmed up.
You're about to be warmed up.
That's all it is. By the way, Kayla's in the chat and said, "Where did your glasses go?"
I ate them. I sold them actually for gasoline.
Hungry man.
Home.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, dude, you gotta do.
I don't blame you.
$100, man.
What do you drive?
A Honda, Toyota. I don't know why I said Honda. Toyota. I'm putting in $70 a gallon. 70 a tank now. I'm putting in $70 for my tank now. Okay, you know what that is? Back in the day, that was a Call of Duty and a 7-Eleven headset. That was a full night. Now it's gas in the tank. It's unbelievable.
Being an adult sucks sometimes.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, I traded in an electric car for a gas car, and then
why?
As soon as I traded it in, gas spiked, and that's so crazy. I had a month of paying $25 for a full tank of my Honda Civic to now having to pay $45 for a full tank. Not the happiest.
You know what you should do? You should sell that. You should make a car that runs on Bitcoin. At that point, you should make a car that runs on mining Bitcoin, because you'll never run out of gas. And did we just come up with a good idea? A car that runs on mining cryptocurrency.
I do what? Just stack it, like
infinite
just put wheels and stack NVIDIA cars just everywhere on it.
It could be like I've seen people on Instagram get a couch and put scooters under it. I'm down for that too. Like, I would totally rock that if I could.
Hey, I saw the video of the guy with the Tesla that had a little flatbed trailer with a generator on the back, and it was plugged into the charging port.
Dude.
Big brain.
Dude, big brain. That's like when people say, why can't I put a magnet on a fishing pole and stick it out in front of my car and just get infinite energy? That's kind of where I'm at now, is I think we need to invent, like, nomad caveman physics to get this thing. It's too much. It's too expensive. Match is almost ready to go. I'm sure the players are worried about oil prices as much as we are, but all they have to worry about now is the next 5 minutes of hard point. Okay? It's time to lock in M15s, your little knockoff MSMC. Get in there. Get dirty. What's the kill count we're seeing tonight, Dirk? Are we seeing a 40 bomb, a 50 bomb? I think we've only seen one 40 bomb. Yeah, one 40 bomb in our time. What are you thinking? Say 70.
I think we get a 40.
Okay, I'll take a 40 piece.
I think 40s are a realistic, and I think it'll happen on it'll have to happen on Scar.
Oh yeah.
You got to think you get probably like double the interactions on Scar that you do on any other map that you play.
If you're not getting at least 60 or 70 interactions, engagements, whatever, on Scar, what do you do? Like, literally, what do you do? Even me, as somebody who is a qualified thumb, what are you doing? Like, why are you not getting more
Hey,
kills, man?
I remember you brought this up yesterday when we were at RimPack and like the difference of playing in person. I remember we were playing like the fun little like,
Oh
you know,
yeah,
like me and Fallout, and then you were on the other side, and then somebody else on the other side too.
Yep.
And I was having a
That
good
game was
time, and
insane.
then some of the guys showed up there with their own controllers and everything, and just started like I just started to not have fun anymore.
Yeah.
I kept on just walking and dying. I was like, yeah,
Oh.
never mind. These guys have their own custom scuffs and battle
They
levers.
do.
Like, it's great.
They not only had that thing out there in the middle of nowhere, but you got to know when just to be an anchor. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when just to become the IGL. Like, if they're going to start pushing hill, why do I got to push hill? I know where the lanes are. I'm just going to start calling out. And they were killing it. It was such a good time. Had to put fall out of this place. And we did.
Oh, yeah. That was satisfying.
did.
I know if we were
And we
playing
did.
Gears of War, it'd be completely different.
It'd be
but
completely
we're playing
different.
COD.
You know what? See us on boxes 2v2. And I think it'll be a very different day.
I like that. Finally, we have got game in front of us. Team
like that.
Easy White Chocolate and Big Brainium. So Big Brainium, they've rebranded. It is still the same team from yesterday as Wolf, WASD, Jake, and Charms. And on the other side, Easy White Chocolate is Sweet Breadwinner, BG, this is an insane round one matchup, my man.
We saw BG a little bit yesterday in the start of the day. Again, shout out to Breadwinner, a familiar face. Just rotated through. Big Brain, gotta be honest, a bit of a scary squad to go into round one. In a best of one as well, and you're starting off in a hard point. I think, all things considered, worst possible scenario for Easy White Chocolate for round one. Just because of the fact it's Scar. It's like saying, I want you to play Simp and Abizi on Shipment for 50 kills. Like, how do you exactly approach that? Because it's close quarters. It's tough to not only disengage off gunfights when you're not feeling the team shot on this map, but also to dip into the playbook and find audibles for when the lane breaks down. There's a lot of pressure on the Slayers for Easy White Chocolate, as there always is when playing against the likes of Big Brainium with that roster, and for a team that obviously was frustrated last night. Got to expect them coming out shooting and guns blazing.
And not the greatest P1 to start off, able to get 31 points out of the 60 there for Big Brainium, but this is a solid hold over here towards P2. They got control of the spawns. As soon as I say that, one spawns out, two spawns out. Now they got a split push if they would like to utilize it. 2 kills go in their favor, and they have officially broken on in, and now they have taken control.
Yeah, you talked about Oprah yesterday. Well, everybody gets a split push. You can have one. If you win it, you get it. So far, the Gunnies have been winning it. Big Brainium has been absolutely cooking to start. It's only P2, but it is a 41-18 game. And remember, folks, though this is a best of one, all these players have been working overtime to get their thumbs up to speed and get their legs and hammies ready to go for this tournament, and you can as well. The Navy MWR Fitness Program provides a worldwide network of fitness centers, aquatic facilities, sports fields, and courts. Our trained and certified fitness professionals offer fitness programming, including NOFS opportunities, nutrition, education, swim skill enhancement, intramural sports leagues, and tournaments. For more information, you can visit NavyFitness.org. That is NavyFitness.org. Health is wealth in 2026. You got to keep your health up, especially if you want to be a pro gamer.
Especially if you are in the military.
That's right.
Hey, I can tell that, you know, as soon as I stopped playing Call of Duty, my reactions just got a little bit slower. You know, COD and reactions go hand in hand.
Yeah, man. It's tough. We're built in the trenches.
You know
It's like
what?
Wolf.
That's what I was saying is, you know, my kids, I want them to play sports, but they got to start grinding video games early too, because that's the reaction time is a key quality of life, not just for games and sports, for driving, getting yourselves out of oh crap scenarios, you know, avoiding potholes, people maybe trying to T-bone you.
Yep. You got to be able to feather the throttle of the gas nozzle when you're just about to get to the whole dollar. You don't want to go over. You don't want like a 2101. You want a 20 clean. Listen, reaction time is everything. It doesn't matter where you're playing, but we will be putting them on Advanced Warfare Detroit Uplink. You must win. Okay, that is like their first test of humanity. If they don't, they're going to military camp. They'll learn.
We are already there. It's a good one though. This has been a massive. What would this been? P4, P3?
That's right.
P4.
That's right. You're right.
P4. There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know why
got
I
it.
second guess myself.
My go.
But it's been a nice comeback all this way. As soon as I said it, Big Brainium able to get 4 dead. They do take over the P4 control for the looks like to be this final 20. Looks like they're going to invest in one more push here for Easy White Chocolate. They do get a couple kills, but still that kill feed is lighting up all yellow. But the most important one, BG able to get inside to try to get the majority of the scrap time before finally dropping. Big time rotation going down up top, and Wolf's going to get the first kill there on the rotation.
Yeah, honestly, I love the full send. Look, it's a close game. You're already kind of feeling the flow of the cadence, and right now, the kills have been falling for BG, so I like that confidence chow, especially in front of the hill, to kind of take the fight to them. It would break up some of that light time, and you get a bit of contest, so it works out. Only down by about half a rotation now, so we'll see what they can do on the break here. For BG, was kind of the entry man last time. This time, same situation, same route, all pays dividends, and everything looks green. It's another quick break from the back. It will hold for now, and the Gunnies are showing up for Easy White Chocolate. Again, a team that looked like they were starting to get pushed over a little bit from P1 to P2, but they stabilized really well after that split pinch, and from there, from 3 to 4 to 5, they have really kept themselves in this game.
And they tried to invest going over here towards the front. Finally, it did end up paying off. It was a little shaky, some kills back and forth, but ultimately they came out on top of the majority of those trades. As now they get back set up here towards P1. They got 31 seconds on this, the first rotation. We'll see if they try to match that. They obviously do not have the control that they did at the start of that game. We'll see if they can maybe try to get some breaks and get something going to maybe try to replicate that and then some.
Just got to make it work a couple of times. Doesn't have to be perfect every time. Just a couple of chances is all you need on the hard one. Again, rallying those money hills together is the name of the game for Big Brainium. It's something they do very well. Doesn't matter if it's Colossus, Scar, Blackheart, etc., etc. This is a very good respawn team. They can kind of get by on the slaying in the S&D at times. They can sometimes be caught a little flat-footed in some of their approaches. But other than that, you're going to have to go toe-to-toe with the Slayers. And Easy White Chocolate is. Though the 3 pieces do land. Again, still time to contest here, and we will have the back spawns for Easy White. We'll see what they can do. Already thinking about White Boy on 7th Street just a little bit. Bro's doing good. And then to P2.
I think he's back making videos again. I think. I don't know.
How old is he now? Gotta be in his 40s, right?
Is he? No.
He's
probably like our age.
Oh my god, you might be
Well,
right.
you're younger than me.
Oh, no.
I'm 31, so he's got to be somewhere around there. I think
that
because they were YouTubers, we always thought that they were so much older.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yep. Still think
they were just more advanced as content creators than us at
that's right.
the same age. Sad days.
Bad day.
155 to 103. This has been a night and day difference from how it was on that first P2. This has been all Brainium here so far. They've got everything solidified, and you know, we kind of talked about how wacky the spawns can be at times, lots of splits coming in, but Brainium has been doing a very good job so far, just forcing them on the back foot all the way on the other side of the map. There's been no opportunity for them to even try to overextend and try to push up to the middle to try to create a little bit of chaos. It's been a very, very well calculated push. Yeah,
I think that's a good way to put it, is they don't have a lot of real estate to get. Mixy is the really lame way to call it, but to play sloppy in times where that is okay, they don't have opportunities to create those moments. You can't really, let your roamer go off the chain and just start trying to fly after kills or get a different look at mid-map. Most of this has been relatively standard rotations and pretty easy to read fights for Big Brainium, which is not a bad thing, but it does mean that at some point when the time continues to go their way, when there's not a lot of contest in the hill, you start to see situations like this, where what was at one point a 15-point game now becomes a snowball of a 70 and a 80-point game, a full hill. And this is where Big Brainium can really start to put on the afterburners and skate away with the win. Still a best of 1. Remember, Easy White Chocolate have to play through every single hill here. You cannot rely on a long series. You have to make sure that you are going toe-to-toe with the best, and we'll see if they can do it here in this hill.
190, 125, inching ever so close to that 200 mark. Splits have come in, but right now it is just Sweet going on a tear. 6 kill streak for him, making it 7 now. Trying to work around here on Broken. Now going to push out, get a little bit more aggressive. Able to try to find something. Able to knock down the first, second one in his sights, and able to find that as well. The man is on a heater, 9 kill streak, gets the flawless rotation, and maybe that's all you need to spring some motivation and some life into Easy White Chocolate.
Envy Me picks up a huge kill in the outer lane as well. I mean, they have locked down spawns. They have kept Big Brainium in bunches. They know where the numbers are at. You're holding on to a Hellstorm. Everything going good for the boys in blue. What a massive rotation win and what a massive hold so far. The ARs are not losing a battle. Both ARs have picked up at least 5. He'll be working on a 6. There it is from BG. It's a completely clear front line, first line of defense. Absolutely no way to get into the hill, and they are right back in this game.
Sweet's going to take some shots, able to get away for now. Teammate support is there, still doing a good job of playing his life, able to find another kill. That puts him over towards 10. And what a hold. I think this is going to be a full 60 going in their favor. Finally, Sweet is shut down. It was that 10 kill mark, but he is the reason they have surged straight back into this game. If they do hold every second, they're going to be down by 1. Early rotation investment coming out here from Big Brainium. Try to see if they can get a solid hold here. I mean, especially how demoralized you got to be. You're in a perfect spot to rotate early over towards this hill, and now this happens. If they do have a Hellstorm to maybe try to break here, we'll see what the play is going to be coming out from Sweet. First initial rocket's going to go down, able to take out Wolf in that mix. Does spot Charms, trying to angle it perfectly and cannot.
That is a good investment of the streak. Look, you get something, you give something. There has to be an exchange at some point. You have that stout defense holding on to the hill. But on rotation, you've given up all of the map to Big Brainium, rightfully so. You had to fight through all 4 members to maintain time on the last. So you're naturally going to give away that much of the map. But because you did, it relies on the streak to break things open. They have not been able to find the kills in succession. They've not been able to compound that streak into a break. And they're paying the price for it. So what was a valiant hold on the last hill now turns into a very dire situation. Again, they can lose it on scrap time here, and if you're Big Brainium, you know that you just play solo team deathmatch throughout here, and you basically win this game.
Third set of rotations. This one seems to have been one of the longer hardpoint games I think that we've seen, especially over the past 24 hours. And Easy White Chocolate back in control. First shot's going to go down. NVMe able to find one. BG gets one. Wolf follows it up. Flank is going to be covered there by NVMe. Good turn and snap. Hill's going to be contested. Huge 1 versus 1, and he comes out on top again.
Oh, what a read. He's picked up these lanes so well. It's like watching Hook play hardpoint. The pickups and getting to your spots, immediately knowing when the timings are going to hit. It's reading the breaks down to perfection. Now you just need your subs to do their job. Oh, they are, but Wolf and Charms combined for 2. The break starting to form. Jake on the back line, not good enough. Couple of hit markers, still time in the hill. 240, 211. Jake on the outer end. NVMe cleans up 1. It's Pinstripes in the kill feed, but still, the boys in blue maintain their time. And for Big Brainium, they just need 10. They just need a little bit of luck on P2 to win this game.
You're playing a game. If you're Easy White Chalk, it's like, cool, we just keep playing to extend. That's all we're trying to gun for in this one. If we have to contest, make it scrappy, make it ugly. And look at this, they have everything covered so far. It's going to be a massive 1 versus 1 in the hill, and he is going to be taking out the nade of all things. WSD coming out big there. Only 8 more points needed here for Big Brainium. Shots going down. Breadwinner comes out on top. Charms going there. Pinstripe all across the kill feed, but it is going to be Easy White Chocolate coming out. They finally do get the contest on the hill. Now they have taken control. So with 40 seconds left to play, and this could be an elite level hold. All angles covered. Big Brainium, they got to go for the flooding through the front. 2 kills go in their favor. Jake finally able to find one over here on towards the balcony. He flies. He gets taken out. Oh, no, my goodness, it's Easy White Chocolate. They're going to do it. They're going to come back. They're going to take it just with 3 seconds to spare. Easy White Chocolate with the upset of the tournament, and it's only the first game.
That is one of the greatest composure, second chance, slap the regain button mid panic mode that we've ever seen in Navy MWR. That is one of the best second hill holds, second rotation wins, knowing when to concede and when to play for the down you're on. Absolute brilliance all the way around. I mean, you fight through the rotation on bad side. You fight into P2. You play your life perfectly for Envy up top. He plays top red. He keeps his life alive to get his subs in position, who then can play the pinch. Then he stays up in the backside of the hill to secure the back spawn. They get the back spawn. They win the kills. It went from 100% to 0 to 100% in a swing of 3 hills. That was just phenomenal Call of Duty. And I can't believe that was round 1. And that was a best of 1. That's crazy. Wow. What a match.
That
made me happy.
I mean, you slowly just start to see it build piece by piece. It was the P4 turnaround where Sweet was just going absolutely berserk. 10 kill streak, able to solidify that. I thought maybe once they got the early rotations over to next, that's where things might slowly start to come to a close, but they just needed 10 seconds from P1 going into that next hill, and they weren't able to achieve it. The replays will do a lot better of explaining how that was compared to how we're doing currently. You just had to be there. It was all Big Brainium to kick this one off, but you blink, you go through, you get past those first set of rotations, you move on to the second set, then all of a sudden you start to see a little bit more life coming out from Easy White Chocolate, and then this is where the momentum I shouldn't say swung in their favor. It balanced out, but then they started coming on top of some of these. They were still playing for scrap, but all they were doing is just trying to extend the game by any means necessary. I mean, look at the score right there, 181 to 103 with the control that Big Brain had. That's usually a game that is just all said and done, but they came back. They won. It's one of those speechless things that you don't see too often, but this right here is the sequence that we're talking about. So weak, able to find two, that secured the rotation with the teammate support for them to break on in.
That rotation from that P4 out to this set of hill, or excuse me, this hill specifically, those set of gunfights, that was the moment where you win or lose the game in terms of how you respond to being burned. Like, they had given up all mid-map, rightfully so. They had to fight for P4. They did the right thing. Because you did the right thing, there is also a consequence to playing that way. And when they did, and you're giving up kills to Jake, you're giving up kills to WAST, who has top broken control with the AR. They've controlled P5. That was a... You get all that first P4 time, but you're going to lose all the P5. Can you handle that? And they did. Like, they didn't initially break, but they started to bend. But there was a moment on that the third rotation, third set of hills that we will highlight later, and I hope we can pull for a highlight, when we were watching, I believe it was Envy, when he was in the hill and his teammate went down, he picked up the he immediately now has new rules of engagement. He goes from just playing a primary post-up AR, which is just play sentry. His teammate goes down on the cut, pinch is forming. His job is then to pick up storefront. He does. He gets one kill, trades a little bit, gets tagged, but backs up. Then he turns, immediately picks up the flank. Again, just good timing and game sense. Picks up that kill, then wins a 1-on-1 against a sub in the hill that not only secures the backline for the rest of his team, but if he doesn't win that, they lose their entire structure of a hold on that P1. The fact that he picked that up, it was like watching Hook play hardpoint. It was brilliant individual play that then allowed them to rally into the team at the MP2. Those are the kinds of things where, like, again, they were tested as a team. They show up. They were then tested as an individual player's skill. They showed up. That is awesome. That's great Call of Duty. That's awesome.
Yeah. If you notice there too in the replay, going back over to that third set over towards P1, they were at 240 that entire time.
Yeah, man.
The other side was at 190, I believe, was where it ended up finishing off at. I know the lobby's getting in, but let's go ahead and look at the map play that we're going to be seeing here along with the modes. If we could have told you, we promise our production team has been hard at work, got us some nice graphics. They're going to be kicking off a search and destroy on Den. We will then move over to Hardpoint on Sake, and if we do need our map number 3 and mode, it'll be Overload on Scar. So we'll be going back to the battlegrounds that we just saw. This one is Washed versus Strawberry. Familiar names on both sides. I'm excited.
Wash your strawberry. Always wash your fruit. What do you get from the store? I like the names, though. Don't often get something very simple. I think that's nice. Shout out Mr. J Pockets. It's nice to see you again. Vitally again. Dead Heat, excuse me. Bane from yesterday, who was a standout with Gun Shop. This time rocking the same duo. Moxie will round out the roster with Zap, so nice to see a couple of familiar faces again. But like we saw yesterday, some of our opening rounds where it was Gun Shop and Company who won 6-5 on Plaza and then won on Sake 250 to 157. This time for Washed, we'll see how they fare in this opening game. And we have a full best of 3 now, so we will be able to see at least a game 2. That will be the Sake Hardpoint. And should we go the distance, we could be seeing the Overload. But again, nice familiar faces, and so far a nice little Den S&D. Can't hate it.
Quick 2-0 there for Moxie. As we will transition, I can't remember who actually just took that round there for a moment, so I'm just going to wait till the graphic ends up popping up again. So it was Washed coming out on top there in our very first round. We'll see how back and forth things maybe get, but remember, we are in best of 3 territory. It is single elimination, just something to keep in mind as well. We'll go into the respawns after this, and when we do go into the semifinals and finals, everything kind of goes to your traditional set. So it's going to be Hardpoint, S&D, and then Overload. So it's going to start off hot and heavy with a lot of respawn as 2 players fly in. Bane's able to fight, but a nice 14 push to be able to get this bomb down over here towards A, and now they have complete site control. J Pockets left out there in the open. Gunshot able to take him out, and it'll put him in a 2 versus 4. Time working against them now. Jawap is going to end up going down 2.
Yeah, as much as I like these chows from Gun Shop, again, you're getting inching toward the street. It's a bit of a ways away. It's a bit of a ways away. But when you're starting to win some gunfights that you shouldn't win, and then you re-chow and get another one, you kind of have to know when your luck runs out at the table and say, all right, I got what I got. I'm gonna get out. Start to feed your teammates information. I like the knowing when to play selfish versus selfless is something that Gun Shop is very good at, and it's working in the S&D. Both players right now for this Washed roster and by both I will be very specific in just one moment. Gunshot being one of them, working towards 3 kills, Moxie and Zap as well. So you got the teams on a bit of a streak, and it doesn't mean a whole lot. It's early rounds. It's not that much of a streak in the grand scheme of how, you know, a Hellstorm would be acclimated into this game. But when you start to get hot in S&D, your team starts to slow down a bit, and everybody starts to kind of perk up and realize, like, okay, we're all kind of on a heater. Let's make sure we can kind of work through our information here and really keep this game in front. And I like this from Gunshop. You go with this aggressive play off the start, then you realize, okay, we're winning our ones. Let's slow it down with the snipe and really dominate mid-map. Let's play mid-range. And they're doing it. It's such a nice touch.
This round of S&D is Spaceman Stream. We have 2 snipers out there. Gunshot got a kill with one of the snipers, followed up with a nade. We flipped over to the other side on Strawberry. I don't know who had the sniper, but he got demolished on the outskirts. Yep. But all that means is that there was 2 snipers on the field of play at one time. Spaceman's dream has been fulfilled. Where do we go from here?
That is my dream. Like, I think about that often. I think, honestly, if I see a third snipe, you might hear noises, man. Like, if we get a third, just somebody, honestly, I think there's a GA where it's only 1 snipe per team. I know we can run 2 at times. Give me 3. Get all 4. Honestly, I don't care. Put all 4 snipes, and you will hear me ascend. I just want to see some good COD, and we're getting it today. We had a fantastic opening hardpoint, and we now have a textbook clinical S&D that looks beautiful from a X's and O's standpoint. I'm a happy man.
Bomb is going down. Gonna retreat on that one because it is a 1 versus 1. J Pockets and Zap able to come out on top there. Good awareness to give up on the bomb plant as soon as his teammate dropped. 4-0 start. It's just kind of the same thing we saw yesterday too with Bane. I know a lot of the squad is the exact same, but they were just running through everybody. They were the team though in the semifinals, right? That's when they got smoked in the semifinals, which shocked us entirely. Yeah,
Textiles gave them a cooking. Didn't expect that. Not that Textiles weren't amazing, but that was just the way Gunship and Nautical were playing. It was very surprising to see at least see the AR shut down that way. I'm curious if Gunshop, not that we should see too much of a role change today, but I am curious if he'll be a little bit more flexible with the sub. So far on Den, he has been. Oh God, Gunshop. Gunshop's going for it all. He's going for the Hormone Swing.
I'm going to try to hit with a taste of their own medicine, go for a 4-stack over here towards A, but the defensive wash is having none of it. One still player up, which is Dead Heat. He's going to be able to find one. Can he find a second? He cannot. Unfortunate timing there on the slide as it is a quick 5-0 here so far. One more round to go into our map number 2, which would be Hardpoint on Sake. Bane just with a quiet 3-2, but enough to get the perfect timing there on the side. No better feeling than you both do the exact same mechanic, but you get the better of it.
Yeah. Yep. That's my analysis. It's true. You are right. 6-0 for Zap. 1 away from a Hellstorm. Show off the camo. If they get a heli, it probably won't matter much because at that point I would think that they have the round and probably the win. I haven't seen a lot of 6-0s. I'm going to be 100% honest. We have not seen a lot of full sweep or perfect sweeps in S&Ds in these tournaments. So we're kind of in for a new stat. We're in for a scoregami today of our own making.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, Gunshop, okay, that was, let's say, Gunshop wasn't playing this entire round. Finally does end up coming in, and it literally just steps out of his spawn and gets a kill. When you're built different, I guess. Wallbang's coming through, able to get away with his life. J Pockets drops. Vitali down over here towards mid, able to find 2, tries to turn to find the 3rd, but was in the middle of a reload. And Dead is left up all by his lonesome once more to try to salvage something here from this S&D. Bomb's going to go down as he continues to trek here through the middle. Might be able to catch good timing here, though.
Sneaky beaver.
And able to go through. Gets the kill there on Zap. What do you do here? You stick the defuse. You go for the hunt. He's going for the hunt. Moxie. He's hip to it. He's got the knife. Oh, he knew he was there. What?
Oh, what a read. Oh, what a read. I don't know if he heard him. I don't have my Astros cranked up that high. But I do know that if you're in that spot and you're getting kind of lucky, you don't just think, oh, I'm going to stick it because I can catch him. No, you play the one-on-one. You say, I know if I'm going to get chowed, I'm just ripping that R trigger. I'm going all the way. Hip fire to the gods. And they got it. So there goes the scoregami.
Oh, we don't even get the final kill cam?
Yeah, we will have to get a replay of that kill and go back and get a view for a highlight tomorrow because, yeah, bro immediately knew. He
I mean,
knew.
that was literally, he slid out and was already shooting beforehand. That was a crazy read to have. He had the knife out, just getting ready to pounce it the entire time. So, unless intel came from somewhere, but great play nonetheless. They finally get themselves on the board, so they will not go out in sweeping fashion. Bomb can go down here for Vitality. Don't know if he's going to just yet. I don't know if they're waiting on all that. I think the streak came in, right? Yeah, they were all just sitting inside the building.
Why are we full wrapping? Did they? Well, here's my question. Actually, I should ask before. Did Wash get the streak? I didn't think they. Okay, they did. Okay. For a second, I was a little befuddled. So I guess the wrap does make a bit more sense now in hindsight. And yeah, it does. Good little pickup from Zap. He goes down. Moxie trying. Here come the shooters. Wait a minute. Strawberry's back in it. Okay. A pretty clean round. Some confidence injected. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a window of opportunity. Wholesale?
Can you imagine?
Wholesale? Yeah, I want it. Wholesale?
Can't rule it out.
Anybody? Anybody want to do it?
You're gonna see match point the rest of the way. I'd be shocked if Wash somehow throws this one away. You know what? In these type of moments, when you start to get the momentum, you know what it calls for? An all-A hit. All 4 players jumping across and flying along that balcony, taking that A control and closing out the round and moving us into our next hard point. Just what the doctor ordered.
That's right. It's called defaulting. And I like it. Get me in. Dead heat. Oh, we got to hit those shots, though. Back up. Way too weak to chow. There come the nades. Nothing hits. Player 6. That's Gunshot trying to make the move on the wrap. Looking for the flank. Uwop knows it. Bomb goes down. Good overwatch. First blood. Still can't find the opening. Dead heat's been pushed off the zone.
Ooh, and that's how it comes to a close. Got a little bit chaotic there. Thought they were going to be able to spring something to life, but it is going to be washed with a nice 6-2 victory. Got a little scary. I mean, the good thing is when you're up 5-0, you got a lot of cushion. If you mess up, you maybe have a slow round, you can go ahead and, you know, give them some rounds, especially with how chaotic Den can be and how ugly you can make it be. So they do take map number 1. And I don't know if how much you read into that search and destroy now that we're going over towards that hard point, because it was a lot of gunfight just going wash away really the entirety of that search and destroy.
I thought for a second that as Mixie was going to get, that would be the start of the 5-3, the 5-4. Like they had a much better fare of things in those last 2 rounds, but again, in the end, it's a tough deficit to come back from. A lot of pressure on that site. And look, it's only the first game of the best of 3. The fact that it was much closer, I think, in the last couple rounds, as I assume you would agree, it's a good sign for things to come, potentially in the hard point. So very excited to see where that goes for Sake. But again, right now, the sub, at least of Gunshop, is something to keep an eye on for if he stays in that role for map 2. Maybe we see him play close quarters on the hill more often than not than we're used to, and we'll see how he plays on the sub side. But that is now your at least number 1 option, and I would assume Bane maybe is the number 2, if not Zap. So there's a lot of room here for subs to be flexible on this map. So excited to see what we get.
Yeah, it is going to be good. Of course, the team of Wash, they do have experience playing on Sake. They played this yesterday.
Yep.
It was a great performance from them. They won 2-0 in their series. So used to this rotation, obviously just different people in front of them, but a group on Strawberry that are very experienced with playing in these Navy MWR tournaments as well. As we mentioned, new map coming into the rotation is going to be Sake on hardpoint. You can see the size of this thing. And it lived up to the hype yesterday. We'll see if it does here today as well. Wash just trying to put the final workings here at the series. One more map left to move on to our semi-finals as P1 gets hot and ready, and it's Strawberry with 3 kills to kick it off.
Not a bad start. The Gunshot responding quickly. Pistols are out. A couple of kills that fall. First points on the board. Strawberry, hey now. Mid-map holds. Spread across the 50-yard line. But Wash will get back into the mix of things and are to commit 2 to the rotation, like we've seen often before on this team on Respawn specifically. Once the subs kind of get in and start eating, and whether it's just a trade or 2 or the team shot that lands, they'll play the contest time. They will absolutely play the neutral and then send somebody on the route, send somebody on the flank to really disrupt the back end. We've seen that time and time again so far. It's why it's such a close game to begin this opening contest on P1. 11-10. Quite a low-scoring affair.
Especially when you jump out the gate and get those first 3 kills. I mean, you got 11 seconds out of it, so maybe that's just enough time for everyone to spawn up and try to get that next push. But maybe try to see here. I mean, what's been your opinion on Money Hill so far? Like, I feel like this P2 could be one, just with the setup that if you can get everything kind of going, it's where I think anytime that you're in a close quarters in a building like this that's so tucked away and there's really not that many angles to try to go through is an opportunity to get those Money Hill times.
Yeah, I mean, this plays a lot similarly to the London Docks Hill that we were talking about earlier. This is, I'd say 2 and then like from 3 to 4, not 3 specifically, but 2 and the rotation from 3 to 4 and then 4 as a Money Hill. It's just tough to break. Like sometimes it is that simple. It is, if you are playing on the outer wing, you're playing on the outskirts and you have to make a long rotation as an AR. One, there's a lot of different, there's more windows on this map and more volatility when it comes to getting peeled off a lane for an AR than what we're accustomed to with some of the Black Ops 7 maps. But there's just not a lot of cover, man. Like, you're running dead heat into stuns, into nades, and like we saw yesterday, if you don't have somebody there to back you up, a player like Gunshop can walk in and clean house in the hill and get 2 or 3 kills. And it's really tough. So this is where we go from that Money Hill on P2 just by nature of the design to this P3, this rotation through P3 to 4, will be a massive, massive moment in the early parts of this game because it will at least establish a hill's worth of time. It will give somebody a lead and allow them to maintain it.
Very close, as you might expect over here towards this P3. This is why I drew that comparison to London Docks. There's so many objects that are in your way that just make it so incredibly hard to break. Look at here at Bane. He could just toil them as much as he wants. He could just lay prone. Unless you got some lethal that you're going to just be bombing in there constantly, then maybe that's really the only way that you can go through and break. But solid hold coming out here from Wash. They have taken the lead now in the game as well. Moxie's cooking, Gunshop's cooking, Bane's got 2 of his own. Zap's just the only one that's not currently streaking on the team. So it's a sign of bad things to come if you are Strawberry in terms of trying to make this, you know, keeping it sizable in terms of the lead.
Yep, and again, this keeping space at mid here is really important. So player 6, Gunshop, speaking of, as well as Zap, if they can work together and buy time and just kind of draw out these gunfights as they are, look at how much real estate you now get for Bane and Moxie. Look at where you can push up on the map and now how you can really contest this hill from the front. You get a little bit more of a chance here to just play one-on-one gunfights. But again, the kills still fall for Strawberry as they have to start. And this team, who looked a little bit slow in the S&D in the early rounds, has really turned things around here to begin the hard point. And so far, it's looking like it's another solid hold for the boys in blue. Strawberry putting up quite a healthy lead here on P4.
If you're a Wash, you did all that slaying effort for what? You took the lead there for a little bit. You lost over here towards rotation. Strawberry's able to capitalize, and guess what? That could be taxing on your mental health. So that is why it's important that you always stay mission ready. The Navy Fleet and Family Support Program's virtual clinic counseling program provides confidential professional support to help you tackle life's challenges that is accessible anywhere. This service is for sailors and their families. You can visit NavyMWR.org/FFSP. Again, NavyMWR.org/FFSP to get started.
Yeah, I'm gonna be visiting that if I'm the player right now for Wash, who is unable to get into hill right now. That's Zap. It's a tough one. It's been a really hard couple of holds here for Strawberry. It's been tough to break. There's just not a lot of room. And look, it's not like Strawberry are playing the most mechanically sound COD at the moment. There's been a couple of shaky shots, right? But when the kills land, they land, and time is time. It seems to be relatively simple for how Strawberry approach a lot of their early post rotation holds. They're very clear on where they want to lay in the hill, where they want to post up, where their numbers are going to be. For Wash, that just hasn't had a lot of success with the subs, and maybe that turns around, but so far they need a little bit more help. For Mr. J Pockets, able to help out for 2. Third on the end, that's Bane. Still back to one-on-one gunfights at mid, but once again, Strawberry will be out first and win rotation in opening time.
Yeah, it's the same thing we saw before. Wash came back. They were able to take like a 3-5 point lead, and then Strawberry was just able to flip it to the very next hill, which is what they're doing exactly right now in our second set over here towards P1. A good hold so far. There has been a split spawn, but look how deep that you spawn here. That's what's so punishing about this map. It really gives you an old school hardpoint feel when you're able to force somebody out to spawn across the map, because you know you're going to be able to get so much valuable time off of it.
Yeah, like when you're not taking 3 engagements off of, like, you get 1 kill and you're immediately taking 4 more. It's Hardpoint has obviously evolved so rapidly over the years, and the biggest catalyst change has been the speed of the game. Like you hear pros complain about it all the time. It's not the same as the old days of where you get a kill, like you said, you're able to spawn them on the other side of the map, and you get 5-10 seconds, right? Like, this is, if you get a full 4 wipe, you're getting another engagement within 2 seconds. It's just so quick to get back in the game. This is one of the rare maps, both in Black Ops 7 and I think in recent COD, where there is a bit of a punish on just getting back into, for lack of a better term, the swing of things. It's a little bit harder to get right back into the hill and contest. So if you do get 3 down, you do get a 2-piece, they're going to see teams get more aggressive. They're going to play for that extra man because they know that just by math, they can probably hold that advantage and win the gunfight outright in the hill. And if they do, that's an important 10-15 seconds that they might not get back.
100%, 140 to 110. A great bounce back here from Strawberry. All signs, obviously, if the game were to end right now, I'd be heading into that map number 3. We'll see if Wash has anything to say about that. Little shocked, honestly, though. I mean, from how one-sided that Search and Destroy was, now coming over here, of course, it has been pretty close. The score's starting to go up a little bit more here for Strawberry as they're building on their biggest lead that they've had in the game so far. But I really thought we were expecting a little bit more, at least from the gunny from Wash. But you know, it's not to say they haven't been slaying. At one point, 2 players were on a 5 streak, 1 was on a 2 streak. But I think you kind of get lost in that in a hard point, right? You chase the kills, but it's all about the strategy and how effective you are with the spawns and how you set up your holds.
Yeah, and that's really the big thing at the end of the day, is just when it comes to the X's and O's. It doesn't have to be who's better at it, who's just executing on the day, who's executing on the map. And so far, it has been Strawberry. They've been able to rally enough of these kind of 2 pieces, 3 pieces together, it does the damage. Moxie does get in. So for the first time, some comfort for the ARs once they're in, and they are. Washed will finally have a moment to breathe and reprieve from the action. And we'll see if the pickup does come in for number 8, still on the hunt. Still looking for the kill. A little bit late, but it does clear off the hill. And this should be about a free 10 seconds or so before those split spawns come in. They do. Strawberry now can just throw numbers at this and try to play that. But this has been a nice hold for Wash to really get themselves at least back in the driver's seat of this game.
Wash has taken it back, gotten the lead, 163, 147, and I've seen this all before, too many times, actually, so far in this hard point, because this is right around the time where Strawberry is able to flip things here on this hill and almost got a full 60 hold. I don't know if that's going to be the exact story, a little bit of a jostle in here over towards the tree. Yeah. And Zach going to be able to find a big kill there. Wop going to be jumping on it. He's able to find one. And such a large hill, too, that if you really need to grind it out, try to get those contests, you can either try to play your life. Just so many different objects for you to maneuver around.
Yeah. And that is the kind of the difference. Like, it does play a little bit like Retreat from Advanced Warfare. It plays a little bit, maybe like Strongholds just by aesthetic. If we're looking back to Evac and Black Ops 3, it does have a little bit more nuance to the lines of sight than what you're typically used to seeing from both a Black Ops 7 map and for a lot of Treyarch specifics. But it does provide variety, and I think with that, it allows players who maybe struggle on the likes of Den, who struggle on a little bit more of a neutral palette 3-lane map, they can get a little bit more aggressive here, and they can play a little bit more loose, and we're really seeing that come from the gunnies. Vitally now 25 and 22. Dead Heat, who was a little bit behind the 8 ball in the S&D, still able to get a decent amount of hill time, 108 here. Mr. J Pockets has been a great sub. This has been a full team effort, and again, another close hard point.
Wow. I'm telling you, this has been the trend. It's got to be so frustrating for Wash. Just to be able to build yourself all the way back into the games, then you lose the lead, then Strawberry ends up taking it by going up by like 30 points, and then you're able to come back, but you just want to try to solidify things, make all the work that you're putting in actually worth it, and this has been a good hill for them. This has been the one where typically they've been able to come back, and by the time that it's all said and done, they have a 5-point lead, but then it's just that next set of hills, going into the next one, right? Always thinking 2 steps ahead. It's been good here so far, but still 10 seconds to play with. The scrap time always gets so valuable for either side when you're in a close game like this.
Yeah, and because it's so close, now that the length of the map has been a talking point, it will be the deciding factor for the scrap time, right? Like, are you going to have to commit the extra number to realize you can't make it across the map in time? Do you hit blue tarp embos or not? Like, you're just going to have to make a decision in crunch time, and now the kills really have to fall and count the most. So if you're the sub, if you're gunshot, if you're Zap, you need to be able to put on 2 pieces left and right like we're seeing now.
They've crossed the 200 mark. Good P1 here so far. Jay Pockets trying to get the break, able to find two, can't find the third. Great play there by Moxie, just trying to play his life. As WAP flies on in, able to get the kill. And they're not touching the hill yet so far. So about 3 to 5 seconds go unanswered. But it is all Strawberry. As soon as I say that, here comes the reinforcements now for Wash. They have taken control over here towards P1. Pretty valuable going in for them. They've now overextended. They're forcing the spawn outs over here towards that P2. This is going to be a massive 1v1 here. If you're WAP, you're trying to just extend this as much as possible to your teammates and get in a good spot. Him and Bane trading blow for blow. And it's going to be Gunshop, the one to come in with the third party to clean it up.
If you can't pick up that kill off hit markers, you have to assume there's going to be a follow-up, or at least a secondary bait and switch. You have to assume numbers are going to collapse because of the importance of the gunfight. That is just, it's a tough angle for sure. It's a tough read, but it's one of those, either A, you disengage and you play as long as you can to keep your life alive, just to make the odds more interesting, or you have to be ready for the follow-up in just a moment where that single gunfight really shuts the map down. 245 to 185. It might be enough just to win it outright, and if it is, it's a series lead. It's a series win. 250 to 185 will be the final score. It was just one single gunfight that really decided the end of this scrap time, and that rotation really paved the way for what was a relatively uncontested final hill. It was just simple X's and O's. At the end of the day, sometimes it is just one gunfight that gets it done.
It's got to feel good coming on top of the win after how much back and forth that there was there. But good on Wash. That is a 2-0. They will now move on into our semifinals. They get to start off with Hardpoint in the semifinals there on Gridlock. But man, Strawberry, J Pockets and them, they're always making it scrappy, as you'll see here in the replays, of course, presented by USAA. I mean, I know that we've mentioned it back and forth. Like, does it get much more back and forth than this? Not in the search and destroy, obviously, but in that Hardpoint.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I mean, like, both from the standpoint of what we saw on Scar to now what we see on Sake, like, that is the collapse and culmination of two very good maps, two very good teams playing the maps down to both the fundamentals and just the ebb and flow of the natural game, the game state. It was as close as you'd want, and it came down literally to heroic plays on Scar and a very important fundamental 1v1 on rotation to win this thing. And at the end, like, you can't put all the blame obviously on Juwap because it's a team game, and that single 1v1, if he did win it, does not mean immediately that they're going to get in hill cleanly. But you could see what would happen from there, right? Like, it's a 2v1 situation that unfolds because they know that they have him weak, they know where he's at, they have to win that fight. That is priority number one. You have to kill that player on rotation because he is the one dictating the rest of the hill. He goes down, all the numbers then get free real estate inside the hill, and once they do, you're trying to run up a mountain with weights on your back, man. It's just so difficult, and there's so much space to cover on this map. Again, just a tough ask for anybody. So really, it came down to, unfortunately, classic Hardpoint of, if you don't win that rotational fight at the most important time, that might be the only chance you get to potentially win that game. And credit to Gunshop and Company for getting it done.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was great all the way around. I know that we have all the other round 2 games. They are still going on. I believe that we might be able to catch some of the series. I think it might be Team USAE and Team Terrors, the one that we'll go to, but we are going to go to a quick break. When we do come back, we'll have more of the bracket all filled out. We may have some semifinals that get going, but of course, we got to see some of the conclusion of some of these bangers that we're currently seeing in our round number 2. Do not go anywhere. You are tuned in to the Navy MWR Spring 2026 tournaments, of course, powered by USAA.
Fit the active duty service member's lifestyle. Navy MWR's mission is to deliver high-quality, customer-focused programs and services that contribute to the resiliency, readiness, and quality of life of sailors and their family members. Our MWR programs offer tons of fun, from sports and recreation, to entertainment, to dining, to lodging. It's all here. One of MWR's most important programs is fitness, which includes sports and aquatics. Installation fitness programs include fitness centers that support the recreational and occupational fitness and conditioning needs of sailors. Our centers feature various cardio and weight training equipment, basketball and racquetball courts, and group exercise options. At most installations, sailors have access to a pool for recreational use in lap swimming, water-based exercise classes, and swim strokes and water safety skills improvement. Navy MWR's trained fitness professionals also deliver educational classes, such as fundamental nutritional fitness via Mission Nutrition, safe dietary supplement use through Operation Supplement Safety, and planning healthy meals using the Meal Builder. Our sports programs feature facilities and spaces for self-directed and informal sports. The intramural sports program offers Captain's Cup and individual and team leagues, tournaments, and events. The Navy Operational Fitness and Fueling System, NOFS, is our world-class fitness program. Available enterprise-wide, NOFS is a scientific, evidence-based program for the active duty sailor. The Operational Series, Strength and Endurance Series, and Sandbag Series offer a readily available and standardized fitness program that removes the guesswork and helps sailors reach their optimal level of operational readiness. Additionally, sailors can build healthy meals using the NOFS app, an easy way to understand both what and how much to consume at each meal. The NOFS Meal Builder supports weight loss, muscle gain, and weight maintenance through recommended calories. NOFS training sessions and education are provided by certified MWR fitness professionals throughout the fleet, online at NavyFitness.org and via the NOFS mobile app. Mission Nutrition is a standardized, science-based nutrition education course conducted by certified MWR fitness professionals. The course provides sailors with information on nutrition topics and ways to improve their eating habits and overall health. Sailors who possess the athletic skills to compete above the intramural level in team or individual sports have the chance to represent the Navy at higher-level athletic competitions through the Navy Sports Program. All Navy teams participate in the DoD Sports Program and compete in the Armed Forces Sports Championships. The Navy Sports Program fields all Navy teams in bowling, cross-country, wrestling, basketball, soccer, triathlon, volleyball, softball, golf, rugby, and marathon. The Community Recreation Program engages sailors by providing recreational programs and services in outdoor recreation, discounted tickets to local attractions, leisure skills development classes, recreation equipment rentals, and more. The Liberty Program offers junior sailors a place to discover new leisure interests, use computers, play video games, watch movies, participate in local activities, and trips to explore the local area. Installation MWR libraries provide access to computers and Wi-Fi, lend materials such as books, videos, and video games, and conduct a wide range of programs. DoDMWRlibraries.org provides 24/7 access to ebooks, audiobooks, music, test prep, and more, all free of charge. The Navy MWR Library Program also outfits ships with a complete library and provides library materials to the fleet. Navy MWR Esports is a community recreation initiative designed to provide entertainment and recreation opportunities and provide top-quality esports competitions to the Navy community. Information on our MWR programs and services is as close as your smartphone, tablet, or computer at www.navymwr.org. Here you can find all things MWR. This site also has links to all Navy installation MWR websites so that you can get all the local, up-to-date MWR information on events, movie showtimes, purchase tickets to local attractions, and more. Remember, as you journey through your Navy career, MWR is with you every step of the way.
Are you ready?
Operational readiness.
Manpower and mandate.
Are not possible without a lethal, capable, and ready Navy.
Navy Operational Fitness and Fueling System, NOFS, is an evidence-based,
human performance system
Providing fitness and nutrition guidance.
designed to build resiliency and durability.
by utilizing the system.
Sailors learn to train effectively.
Train safely.
And fuel their bodies appropriately.
NOFS improves operational performance.
Decreases the incidence and severity of musculoskeletal injuries.
And reinforces fueling habits. Operational demands place physiological and mechanical stress on the body.
It is important that sailors are physically prepared
To sustain a productive and healthy career
NOS has moved away from a traditional fitness model
into a movement-based system
that restores movement
trains movement.
and fuels movement. NOS.
a training system designed to take care of the Navy's greatest assets.
our sailors.
Are you ready? America's Navy.
Forged by the sea.
This year, make your next getaway a Navy getaway. Instead of heading out of town, discover what Navy Getaways has in store for you at your local installation. Make it a great getaway. Navy Getaways. Stay, play, and relax.
Navy Morale, Welfare, and Recreation can help your business build brand awareness through our exclusive military market. We offer a variety of customizable sponsorship and advertising packages through Navy MWR promotions, events, and digital platforms at installations around the world. Come make an impact on the lives of service members and their families, all while earning a measurable return on your investment. Find out more at navymwr.org/sponsorship.
This year, make your next getaway a Navy getaway. Instead of heading out of town, discover what Navy Getaways has in store for you at your local installation. Make it a great getaway. Navy Getaways. Stay, play, and relax.
Welcome back to day number 2 here at the Navy MWR Esports Spring 2026 Tournaments, presented by USA and brought to you by the Navy's Morale, Welfare, Recreation Program at Commander, Navy Installations, Command Dirk, and Spaceman. Spaceman.
I'll take it.
Not Spaceman. Spaceman.
If I evoke more than one manliness, I'll take it, dude. Call it
The one and only Space Man here along with you. I guess the Navy MWR Esports duo.
Yeah.
Just we never got to commentate anything like at the professional level either, huh? And like CWL.
We didn't get to do CWL. I thought we were going to cross over in Gears at one point. I thought we were going to have some Gears.
Ooh, I forgot about that too.
Yeah,
that's a
Gears 4
arc of my life I forget. You know?
Yeah, dude, I was thinking about it today when I was walking through a parking lot. I was like, oh man, God, Gears existed. What a time. What a time.
We are going to be jumping in, as we mentioned, into semifinals. And the first match we're going to be going up against is Easy White Chocolate. They will be taking on Team Terra there on the left side of there. And we're still waiting on the other quarterfinals, Team 444 versus the Belly Bandits. Belly Bandits played a round 1 game and ended up winning that hard point. Not sure of the score, so don't ask. But that is going to be our first semifinals. We lock in. We go to a more traditional set in terms of the modes that we're going to see. It is going to be hardpoint on Gridlock. As we had mentioned, Gridlock coming back into the rotation as one of the throwback maps. Then we get the double dose of it. The Black Ops 2 map, Plaza, will be played on Search and Destroy. And if we do need that map number 3, we're going to be going to one of the, I don't want to say staples, but I will say one of the first maps that has been put in the rotation, V1 of the rule set. It is going to be Exposure on Overload, which we have seen some at least phenomenal games on that map and mode when we did have our first set of tournaments. That was played, I think, almost every single time for Overload, the last MWR tournament we had.
Yeah, I don't think we saw a lot of done at that point. Exposure is probably the first one we went to. Scar, not so much. Actually, we did see Scar. But yeah, I mean, Exposure is pretty much default. We're getting good comms all the way around, and it's time for the players to load on in. And with that, again, semifinals on the board. And noting back to that bracket we showed a little bit earlier, like, just simple note, like, this is a chance for Wash to revenge their semifinals loss from last night. So maybe, hopefully for them, they can punch their ticket to grands. But this will decide. This best of 3 will decide who gets to the grand finals. And again, $150 on the line for each player, $150 gift card. That adds up over time, and I'm telling you, that's half a tank of gas these days. Use it. This is the perfect time to fill up and to take some pressure off yourself for the utilities these days, you know? So you're not just playing for COD and glory and ego and bragging rights. You're playing for your livelihood, and that's what matters most.
There we go. So we get to see Team Terror's roster. It is Justin, Da Vinci, Nulka, and Larkin. And of course, Easy White Chocolate, we saw them at the very start of the day. NVMe, Sweet, BG, Breadwinner. They give all glory to Sweet for what he was able to do in that best of 1 on Hardpoint. He was the reason that they ended up coming back into that game. So there's something to try to keep an eye on, see if we can try to carry that over into this Hardpoint as well.
Really a impressive a hardpoint win, and the kind of win that I think could catapult the team into success. Like, let's do it. Let's use the reference. Why not? It's the kind of win that Optic got in the lower round against Panda Gaming when they needed to win before the Dynasty broke up, and then they won it and went on to win. Like, that's where I'm going. Like, that was the kind of win against Jake and company where I'm like, you know what? If I win that game down to 3 points, and I played the way I did in the final 3 hills, yeah, I might win champs too. It's just, I think this team's on a heater right now. I think they're going to do well.
See?
Yeah,
now I get to toot my own horn because I got to
ball knowledge.
commentate that exact match.
Talk to him.
The exact ones you're talking about. Remember, like it was just yesterday, and I remember the MLG socials playing the alpha version of it instead of the Bravo one.
Oh, my God.
It really grinded my gears because they were just podcasting it, and I was commentating my tushy off on it. Let's not. But you know what? If you look up like top 10 greatest COD esports moments in history, my commentary makes it into whatever that video is that's still around. So that's all I care about. But yo, it was a massive win. You took out a lot of the OGs who have been playing in these tournaments, winning a lot of these tournaments over the years too, and in thrilling fashion. We mentioned it in the replay that they had 240 points going into our third set of P1. So they had a full 60 to work with just to get 10 seconds, and they still couldn't even get it the next rotation over to that P2 again.
Yeah, they did that in round 1. I mean, that's your warm-up against one of the best teams in the game. A team that came in second last night by way of FF, which is crazy. So you're coming in with a bit of heat, a bit of a promise for a late run. You win this series, you're going to the grand finals. But, again, Team Terror, no pushover by any stretch. We saw a bit of Nulka yesterday, Larkin as well. And for Team Terror, I think kind of keys to victory in this one is just simply, it's as general as it's been applied throughout the years, and we're going to keep it here again. Skidding alongside the Slays, especially for a map like Gridlock, which specifically, while some players might have history with, it has not been the most practiced in the meta thus far because it's been out just for a couple of days, if not weeks. So it's going to be tough for a lot of teams to kind of find their proper footing, the way they want to play, the style they want to play with on this map. But the fundamentals stay the same. The X's and O's don't change. So keeping the numbers in front and making sure you're doing the math, because this is an easy white chocolate roster that, though they might be down, they are not out. They can absolutely rally a couple of hills together late game and pull it out.
Yeah, 74-60. So good start really coming in from both sides. A tough one to call. Obviously, we've seen easy white chocolate and a little bit of Team Terror there as well. So I don't really know what the expectation is. Hopefully, it kind of keeps this, you know, punch for punch type of vibe throughout every map and mode that we see here so far. But easy white chocolate finally starting to get a little bit more separation here. Nelka goes in with the break, able to find one, not able to find the second. Teammate support now does start to rally around here for easy white chocolate. They've taken back the hill. You just don't want to let it to you know, get too ugly at this point. As soon as somebody can get a lead like this, with how clinical it seems easy white chocolate is playing, it's hard to overcome those deficits.
Yeah, it's very hard. But resolve is the biggest, maybe intangible you need to make a deep run in a tournament. It is absolutely an X factor. It's what separates mechanical players from big brain players, right? Like, no pun intended to the series we saw earlier, but like, we needed to see players on easy white chocolate pick up the mechanics and play really smooth Call of Duty when they mattered in the 1v1s. They did. When it came to team play and making sure they didn't make mistakes and they were hitting their routes in time, and if they weren't, they were picking up the slack and the teammates were filling in those extra positions, they were. Those are the kinds of intangibles that build resolve, that build confidence, and make a team feel like they can just clutch up and make plays happen. And so far, again, we are seeing the dividends pay off. It's another three-piece for Breadwinner, 14 and 11, 3 spree, just getting a couple of points in the hill. But a 125-78, which was around a 61-60 game at one point back in Showers, is right now back out of P1 and starting to look a little bit more like an easy white chocolate path to victory.
135-80. Team Terror trying to start to string some things together, but immediately going to be shut down, so no scrap time going to anybody. They'll let that one just wind on out. And it's a good full spread setup, but the issue is when you have a 1 versus 2, a calculated push coming out there from easy white chocolate. Now just got to play the angles. BG says no. Able to at least shut down one, advances to the taxi, met by 3 players, but that just caused enough of a distraction for the extra 3 push from easy white chocolate. They find 2, they find 3, they get the hold. There's one more to worry about over there and towards the building right at the elbow, and doing a good job of playing his life, but does finally end up dropping. So calculated. It was a little bit hectic for easy white chocolate, maybe a sprinkle of luck with the 3 spawns that came on the other side, but it set up enough to be able to get a pinch.
That's all you need sometimes. You just need a couple of lucky dice rolls. It doesn't have to be the biggest number. Hit me. There's one in the back for Justin. Trying to find the second. No, BG wins the first chow, the hip fire, and the win. Second is there for Breadwinner. Good with the pistol. Good for time. Still trying to crack 3 digits for Team Terror, but it's just not happening on this hill. As player 2, it's Sweet, has 2 in front, and finally the pinch starts to form in the back. We'll see if they can keep numbers up. They will through Showers. They get the break. They get hill time, and some positive swings, some signs of life here for Team Terror. They desperately needed this break.
Let's see how much time they can get off of this hill. They've been doing a good job. It's been one of these stories of a team rotating early, but just not being able to get enough time to make the rotation early, you know, well worth their while. So just need that one big hold, because that can propel you right back into the swing of this game, and it's looking good so far. Larkin finds 3, trying to find another one to get the ace, not able to. So 3 kills is where the streak comes to a halt. Now more bodies starting to funnel in here for easy white chocolate, but really no kills going their way for the time being. This whole kill feed is just lighting up yellow. Finally, we see a break there from the man himself, Sweet, but Justin able to answer back with 2. This is what exactly Team Terror needed going into this hard point.
They just need a little bit of a sign of life. What does this feel familiar to, right? Like, it's just every now and then when a money hill starts to chain together and all of a sudden the kills fall, you just need one player to pick up the slack. Maybe it's Larkin. And now a chance for everybody else to contribute. Nolka at 13, 11, 15, and 17. Still just about 2 above positive for Justin, but it's enough to get the game close. And that's all you need. A couple of splits for both Sweet and BG. They're going to try to hit it together. Waiting on Breadwinner to get in position. 3 stacking inside the hill for now. Justin with the turn and burn. Still 3 dead. Numbers stay up. A clear, a kill, a trade, all good, all yellow. And we got ourselves a lead change. Team Terror will take the lead on this hill and in the game. Easy white chocolate. Now they're on the back foot.
Good hold here from Team Terror. And a good push to get right back into this. I mean, just stringing together those two hills, been clinical. So a lot of time left to play here. Chance to take back the lead. If my math is correct, well, as soon as I say that, the nade is going to cut that to a complete halt. That Team White Chocolate need to do something to try to swing this momentum back into their favor. Kills going down all the way around the hill. One player sitting over there towards the inside. That'll be Envy Me. You'll see how much he tries to play his life. He got the trophy system down. Teammate support is there. Kill comes through the funnel into the lane by the stairs. Larkin finds two. Larkin trying to find the third. Not able to. Sweet gets that one. One more player jumps in, and we are as back and forth as things could possibly get.
I like it. Wouldn't want anything other than a Mixie P1. Get us in there. This is where mechanics step up for players and for the gunnies, where differences are made and felt absolutely. 2022, 22, basically sitting about dead even for everybody on Easy White Chocolate. It's been consistent for all engagements across the board. And a bit of a separation here for Team Terror. Larkin starting to get online now. Noko picking up the slack with the M15. Still a Chow. Just gets caught with the nade out. NVMe will fall, but still, I mean, solo time in the hill is good time nonetheless. Again, this was a lead and relatively close game, about 15 points that separated these two teams going to P1. But it's been uncontested free time for BG and Breadwinner in this P1. They're now up by about 40. It's been a giant swing, and really Team Terror are investing their hold into this next hill. If they don't win this hold, nigh break, the game's over.
It's going to be a 2-2 split. Larkin with the M15 working the heady, able to find one, and they do find three. That is going to force them backwards just a little bit more. They do find that last kill, so a clean wipe on the first hold. It's like, feels like it's zombies. Like, now you got to get ready for the second wave and how they're going to push it. They're investing heavy into a 4-stack over there on the backside. We'll see how quickly they get the read on it. Justin able to shut down the first push. PG able to find up another. Justin finds himself another. As back and forth the things get. Can they come out on top of the trades? Envy Me is still here on the back end. Team Terror ever so close to taking the lead. They finally have all on the back of Justin and his work, but also look at Larkin. 9 streak for him. He held down this lane to get everything jump started, but no answer for Easy White Chocolate here on this hill.
It's not a freebie. You're going to have to work for it. And Noko was out ready and waiting. Both teams win a crucial 1v1, but only the numbers favor Easy White Chocolate. Is it enough? So far, the answer is yes. They win showers. They have the hold. They can play with the time here. It's about TDM and then setup. They want to make sure they get that next wave of kills and just hold on to the time. Vincien gets one on the hip fire. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Here comes the trade over the top with a pistol. It's good. Just a bit of extra seconds needed. It's all you need. One hold for Team Terror. Can Easy White Chocolate do it again? Another number flies into the hill. It's not going to matter. Noka there for 3. Noka looking for the 4th. 248, 226. Last one in. 2 points is the margin. And for now, Easy White Chocolate can win it on this hold.
Oh, it's going to be a hold of all holds right now. 2 players end up dropping. BG able to get 1. Finds 3. Oh my goodness! A 4 kill streak. An ace to hold on to it. Just 8 seconds needed. Surely not Easy White Chocolate. Are they going to do it again? They're getting the hold. 3 kills in their favor. And oh my good golly, Easy White Chocolate does it again.
I need to see this 4-piece. 1. Okay. 1. Oh my god, they lined up and they were weak. Oh my god. Dude, they can't keep getting away with it, man. They can't. They can't. There is the worst possible time for a 4-piece is right there. There is, like, that's the only, you top decked a packed in negation and you were able to pay it all in one light. What the hell? A 4-piece? Dude. They can't keep it. For a second, I know it's not happening, but for a second, this is the only time it's ever happened in my life. I legitimately thought, like, oh, that must be walls or something. There's no way he just got a 4-piece. Like, how in the hell do you do that again? Oh my god. I don't even know how to process what we just saw. That's insane. What is happening? Like,
let's look at the replay. I mean,
show me the replay, dude.
It's rare enough to see a comeback just like one time a night. You know, like we get that one staple. We're like, oh my goodness, they've done it. The same team has just now done it in back-to-back series. They got a forfeit win in the second round, so they didn't actually have to play the S&D on Den or the Hardpoint on Sake. So they just jumped straight into the semifinals. And 2 times in a row, I mean, they led for a large portion of this game. It's actually on this hill, on the second rotation, where Team Terror is able to completely bounce back. But then by the time that we got over here, again, we thought it was all said and done. They just needed 8 points to finish it up. But the way that final sequence went on that final kill cam, with the players stacking on top of each other, and then the last one running in at that perfect time. I mean, 247, 226 was where it was at. And this is the sequence we're talking about. Shots go down, hits nothing. Quickly looks over, finds one, 2 stack, and then he's not even looking his way. I mean, probably one of the easier aces that you will ever get in Call of Duty. That's like a pub thing that happens.
Yeah, it was still difficult, but like you're right. I mean, the first pick, if the other player, that third player, for perspective's sake, that third player peeking out in the double hit wasn't weak. I don't know if he's able to snap on the fourth that quickly, but it literally was like, you need everything to go right to hit this, and he did. Like, he quite literally hit the jackpot. I just, like, at some point, yes, that's impressive. It is. I'm going to play devil's advocate. At some point, as many teams have seen, you can't rely on luck of the draw and stuff like that to go your way every single time. It's good enough to get you through those situations and maybe to help you make a run, right? But at some point, the luck's got to run out. For right now, don't have to worry about it. It's in the rear view. These guys are just in a flow state with how they've been playing. It's been a very quick first round in S&D, but dude, it's got to be demoralizing for Team Terror, and for them, the only thing you can do is just shake it off. You just have to play the 3 set. You have to focus on that game 3. Well, this one specifically as well.
If you're wondering why, oh, there we go. Breadwinner's back. So they were actually trying to delay the restart of this game for map number 2 because Breadwinner had to go cut his landlord a check. Oh, there we go. So we're just going to do a reset on it. That's why they were calling for it. The admin did say it, but then the other team started it before that. So just to make things fair, but now, you know what? You showed your first hand. You showed us that you're just going to do a heavy, is that B or A? B? A.
Yeah.
Heavy A.
Yeah, it's like when somebody's kicking a field goal and they call a timeout and he kicks it anyway. It's like, oh, I know what you're looking like now. Are you gonna get iced or not? You showed us your hand. I don't even know what you do at this point, dude.
Icing the kicker in football. Like, I don't watch football that much.
Oh my god. What's wrong with you? You anti-American.
Does it work?
It used to more than it does now. Kickers now are like both athletic freaks and have become more accurate over time just by necessity because of a variety of rule changes. So yeah, it works sometimes. When it works, but for the most part, it's not as like massive as it used to be. So
I should just become a kicker.
Yeah, as a fellow strong leg human, I'm surprised you haven't been like an NFL kicker yet.
I can kick. I kicked a 65-yarder on camera.
Dude, you could make it on the Dolphins. You could brother, you could play for the Browns. You should absolutely get out there.
Come on.
Like, there's teams that need that. Come on. The Jets. Get it.
I might give you a big doink or something like that at some point.
Oh my god. If I ever see you, bro, if I ever see you on my TV, if I see Dirk on TV hitting the doink and winning the game, I think I would just sell my TV at that point and just go live in the woods. It would be like the greatest day.
Maybe I could go to the CFL. I'm 31, you know.
Dude,
so,
you could do it. I've seen you kick.
But the thing is with kicking a football, you know, I think you could do that when you're 50.
Yeah, well, hip flexors, remember, you got stretched. Those hip flexors got to be warmed up,
and I got a hip flexor injury right now, too, from my knee injury I was telling you about yesterday.
Got to be warmed up, dude. You know how you can help that? With the Navy Fitness program. Bang! Didn't see that one coming, did you?
I did not. You caught me off guard.
Got him.
The house always wins.
House always wins. That's right.
Yeah,
at some point, their luck's going to run out. Easy white chocolate's going to melt. At some point, it's running out. When is it going to happen?
You can't, like, it's as much of a cool story of it is, like, they're the comeback kids. When does the comeback kids storyline ever lead to a championship?
Airbud.
Did Airbud have to come back? I can't remember the last time I actually watched Airbud. I'm gonna be honest.
One bout of whooping cough and bro's out for the season, and it's GG's. So, yeah, fair. I actually don't think I've ever seen Airbud. I'm trying to think if Sandlot was close. Not really. I don't think there's ever been an underdog who's won in history. It's actually been mostly just the better teams win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tom Brady, Super Bowl 50.
Oh, against the Hawks, Atlanta, or Falcons?
Yeah.
See, I don't know football. I don't know.
You got it right. You said Atlanta. I'm like, yeah, but no, yeah, you're right.
I know. I know basketball. I got the basketball team right, just not the football team.
The Knicks, when they win, that is also a thing that happens.
They're never going to
Stating.
win.
Oh, no, not the championship, but like when they win, it's just like empirically they win. So, you know.
If they win the championship, I would just pay to be like a drone just overlooking New York for that parade. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't like going to New York very much.
We're going to make
all of our production
sixth
team
borough.
is in New York. They're like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we would lose our production team on the back end right now. I'm not telling you where they're at, but Manhattan would become Manhattan 2, okay? Got to be crazy out there. We're making the H and I and J train if the Knicks become champions.
Oh, yeah. But, you know,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
New York is like one of those places. I like going to New York like once every 2 years.
Damn.
I'm fine with
only
that.
2 years?
Yeah, I do not.
You're not a big city guy?
No.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Too much going on. No need.
I understand. A lot of stimuli.
We do have this underway. Breadwinner's playing, and he is 0-1. Sweet is trying to go for a knife kill, and thankfully it paid off because he was about to be put on World Star. Would have just quit out of the game at that point.
Yeah.
Sweet and MVP versus, well, it was Justin DaVinci. Now it's just Justin all by his lonesome. In a 1 versus 2, still plenty of time remaining, and Justin has the read. He's going to catch him off guard. He's going to finish this 1v2. Watch. Never mind.
Oh, we're playing on 90 sensitivity. Hold on. All right, royalty, calm down. What we got here?
We're not in
Justin
Kansas
keeps
anymore.
it alive. Justin! Don't rook. Oh, no, not even going to happen. I thought for a sec. We're going back to the copper box. Not going to happen this time.
I think his sensitivity is too high for his own good. You saw when that slide came in, he tried to keep up and just completely just moved and
if you're in flow state,
so far
I'll give
away.
it to you. Yeah, I'll give it to you. But like hit the nuke town first, you know? That's a tough one.
We've been talking a lot about these prizes, where they come from. It is all part and courtesy of Navy Exchange. You can always shop the Navy Exchange and enjoy exclusive savings, quality products, and world-class service. Benefits you've earned through your dedicated service to our nation, whether you're outfitting your home, updating your wardrobe, or finding the perfect gift. The Navy Exchange is your one-stop destination for unbeatable value. The Navy Exchange is proudly serving those who serve since 1946. As more kills come in, and as soon as the read is done, Team Terror comes out on top of the win.
We got ourselves a little bit of an S&D here. I like what I'm seeing. Bit of a shake-up from that first round before the reset, where you thought for a sec, oh god, the Lux run out. That's a blitz you live and die by at A. They got 4 dead. This time, though, a longer drawn-out round 1, a response in round 2, 2 kills for Larkin. Red Winner still hunting for the first. Gotta love having Plaza in rotation, man. I mean, the bend of the map very similar to Express when it comes to like 3 lanes, but at an angle, right? Like it's just. It is a wide map if you play it that way. Nice to see a different change here, especially with the sub pressure that I know more subs want to have more of an impact in these early rounds of S&D, and we just get a bunch of that. 2 down quickly, a couple of headies that win. BG, next victim, last alive. Sweet. 2 rounds back-to-back for Team Terror if they can close it out.
Oh, imagine they just 4-stack on this push and just lines him up, knocks him dead.
Oh my god. Just shut down the server.
What did he just call in?
Bro's hitting a little bit of a dead silence.
Oh, that's what. Why is dead silence not a perk anymore?
You're an indie company. I don't know. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait.
No way.
Wait a minute. He's out. Oh, he's got
Was he spotted? Was he spotted?
No, they didn't see him. No, they didn't see him. The danger here, obviously, is that you don't have a choice other than go away. But like your only option is to either play the cut or play heady. And there's just too many numbers. So close the gap and then extend the gap.
They still have no idea where he's at. That's the scariest part about this. But he's given up complete control though.
You better pre-fire this, dude. He had it. He had a little bit of a window. But no, nice job by Team Terror to recognize that he can't kill all of us. He can't shoot all of us at once.
It is like it's you did the first part of it is getting the bomb down, but
yeah,
realistically, if he would have just played 1 lane and a heady, he probably had a chance to at least take down maybe 1 or 2 because they did 3 stack and just all push in the same angle. Obviously,
yeah, I thought he was gonna go mid.
I feel like when you got the bomb down in that situation, you have to just kind of stick in there and just make it chaotic, because as soon as you leave there, you have now just given up site control, that no matter which way you play it, you are not in a position to where you can maybe take them off the bomb, and then that's enough time to just keep on playing that game. So, but I mean, 1 versus 3, that's almost an impossible situation to be in and come out on top with the win too, as bodies are a dropping. And that is another super fast round here. Search and Destroy with Team Terror coming on top.
Good Lord. All right. Get us to the exposure.
That's where it's pointing to, unless the comeback kids can do it again.
I think they're going to do another half full sale on us and just go crazy. I can't wait. This is me prouing myself to see some stuff again that we have been privy to tonight, which has just been ridiculous comebacks for no reason. Maybe
and they've all been courtesy of Easy White Chocolate too. Just to add that as no, it hasn't been a variety of comebacks. It's just been one team doing it all. NVMe, oh my goodness, Justin's movement just way better.
Oh, been there. And Justin's flying. The Rookie of the Year. Gonna keep it alive. Oh my God, Justin. 3 in the round. Team Terror. 4-1.
I think that was 3 in a round. Total of 7 kill streaks so far in the game. When you got it, you got it.
You got it. That's a bar. What do you do in this spot? I mean, you've defaulted, if you're Easy White Chocolate, to A most of the time. You've also have not had much of a presence sub-wise. Like, Breadwinner hasn't really been there. NVMe, in terms of positioning, looked more comfortable in Scar than he has in any lane on this map. It could just be simply reps. It could just be, again, like a team new to it. But we're full stacking. We're just throwing numbers in the point. Okay. Playing the heady now. Everybody goes down. You had a kill or two and a chance for Easy White Chocolate, but they really just said, we're just going to shove it, and if we don't have the kill, we're going to try to force it, I guess. And it's a little too easy. Like, everybody's watching the same way. Where's the cover? Where's the cross?
There's been no answer. They are continuously, over and over again, trying to just make something work, and just by funneling everybody into A and having a firefight, and they are just getting demolished. Like, it's 4 dead within 5 seconds of bodies even touching the floor out there by the bar.
Yep.
So Team Terror, we'll see if that's what it goes for again. I mean, sometimes you have no other option. A's the more favorable site, but it just leads to quick rounds. Maybe they'll have the body advantage. They're actually going to play it slower this time, which I do not like either. At this point, go make it a firefight, because now you've just given up A completely. And like, well, what's your next play? Maybe hope that they rotate out, which isn't going to be likely because there's nobody at B. So they know that they're over here. It's just going to be a delayed push. Bodies go in, trades come through, pinstripe kill feed so far. Streak is going to come in for just safekeeping for fun, I guess. They're from Larkin, and one more player is going to be chased out. It's going to be BG and taken out. No answer. That A site and White Chocolate do not get along.
Please don't ever hit A again. That was tough. Yeah, it's a look. I mean, this is a tough map. Look, for a lot of players who have either not had as much reps on it, or for those who have, Plaza is not to borrow the term, but it's a gridlock of a map. You can get just jammed up at A. And when you get to that, it's not just about losing the fights at A, but if you're trying to force a presence to A so that you can then default, or you can then counter to B, excuse me, if you don't get anything at A, you don't have an option. You can't just say we're going to go B now, because they know that it's not working at A, and they know that they have basically all of their reads at B locked down because you haven't shown any presence over there. This is a map that if you do not have a good approach to A, you're basically locked out of playing offense for a hot minute. And it just felt like everything they threw at it, you can see kind of the frustration boil over as we take a look at some of the replays. At rounds 4, 5, and 6, it was the offense unable to convert any of their opening kills to any position. And yeah, I mean, A just turned into a kill box. It was shipment. So it's tough. It's tough for sure.
Yeah, now we're going to be going, our first game 3 of the spring tournaments finally happens here on day number 2. We are going to be playing Overload on Exposure. So you and I have had a lot of reps in this. By the way, I forgot to ask you this yesterday because we were talking about some of the changes that they might have made in Overload. Can you drop the EMP, or do you still have to carry it?
I believe you can still carry it. I might be wrong. I haven't seen anybody drop the EMP yet. I know there was calls for it. I did not see it addressed in the patch notes. Again, I could be wrong. As far as I know, you cannot drop the EMP. We'll find out. Hey, 3 dead. Come on now. The map control. Uh-huh. Not a bad start at all. Easy White Chocolate got to shake off that S&D, I think, for a team that's relied on the respawns. Though shaky at times has shown composure. Those S&Ds have not looked as malleable or as structured as what the game plan would suggest otherwise. So far, though, nothing to sneeze at. 4 kills in a row for NVMe. Again, payload does move through. First points on the board. Good start for Easy White Chocolate.
Maybe they're just a respawn-only team. That could be the answer. There's a lot of teams that have always been that way. But we'll see if there's going to be a response here for Team Terror. EMP at the top side here of the map. DaVinci not making a play to pick it up just yet. Teammate support is going to rally behind him, as he is going to be the lead blocker here. Can he find anything? Nothing. And he gets taken down. So try to stall it out for a moment, just trying to see if anybody was going to poke out. They do get 2 dead here, but he is going to be taken out. That was Nulka. Larkin trying to push up. And no real team structure going on right now for Team Terror. It's just kind of flying and just hope that they can create some chaos. EMP has reset at the top side. Team Terror will pick it up once more. And they just keep trying to go through the top side of the map with so much open space. It's probably time to try to switch up the route in some way, shape, or form. But pretty limited right now. They are completely pinched on in here. Easy White Chocolate have them right where they want them.
It's the best position to be in for Team Terror, though. Because look, it can only go up from here. And if you just create a bit of chaos, you might be able to sneak through the cracks, and they do. You just need something to go your way, and now you get a little bit of a breathing room at mid-map. Good pickups from player number 8, that's Larkin. It's some help from Justin off the spawn. They're holding down the EMP for now. And if they can just keep this pressure, they can force Easy White Chocolate to have to overcommit on some of these lanes. Justin for another 2. This should be another cap. It will be. Run it right through, and what was a 1-0 lead now turns to a 2-goal game for Team Terror, up by just 1.
Yeah, back over to the middle, which you saw Easy White Chocolate punching a score within the first 20 seconds of the game. We'll see if maybe they can try to replicate something going up here through the middle. Justin trying to do his best to play his life, not able to stay up. He's fighting for this middle map control. That's going to be a 3 dead and the chance to try to advance the EMP. Looks like they're going to flip it over towards B, but the spawn, oh, how awful that was there for BG. Unlucky for DaVinci to spawn right on top of the B zone.
Sometimes you live and die by the spawns, and the COD gods feel nothing, as they always have. They are ruthless. You must adapt. Better players win. Better gamers win. And so far, Team Terror are bringing the challenge all the way through. They looked phenomenal in the S&D. I mean, they just looked clean. And for now, they're at least holding their own. They're keeping it close, and with that, at arm's length, keeping the streaky offense of Easy White Chocolate at bay in respawn, which is not hard, not easy to do, especially how they played late into today. Nulka for 1. EMP is going to move, and the numbers should follow suit for Team Terror.
Oh, good stun just to get out of dodge there for a moment. Teammate support comes through, as they will go for a full wraparound here with the EMP. Nulka able to find 1 pistol is sweet. There is, oh, so good. As he keeps on extending through, finally is going to be taken down. That's what we want to see. A lot of back and forth. The EMP dropping, just trying to play for the control before you go for the advancement. And how much time do you have before, if the EMP is not picked up for the reset? Is it like 15 seconds, 20 seconds?
I believe it's still at about 10 seconds before it fully resets to its second position, its second spawn point, as you will. But for the overtime count and for the round count now, for time limit's sake, if it's still at 0 on integer, I believe you do get a full 1.5, if not 2 seconds, before it just kills the game entirely. Or I should say kills the round where it stands. But yeah, it should still be a normal reset that we had back in seasons 1 and 2.
There is the reset. Easy White Chocolate with the control. NVMe had that quick 4-0 start to this one. Now sitting at 14 and 10, had the EMP there for a moment. Is taken down, and they are able to rally and detonate it over there towards the A zone. So 2-2 here in this one with 25 seconds remaining. Team Terror, they had so much success over here at the top. A few few tries that they had pushing over towards the top side area weren't able to get much going. The wraparound and the scores where they're finally able to chain some things together, going from that top to bottom rotation. And we'll see if they maybe have their sights set on just maybe one more score before we jump into our second half here of this overload.
Keeping it close, keeping it tied. Honestly, no better way to play this game 3. And keep the OT going as well. Comes right back down to playing a little bit of respawn, a little bit of S&D. Who's going to bite first? Numbers spawn back up. Easy White Chocolate try to make the move. BG swings wide and gets punished. Little over-aggressive, and look at this stack on B. It's going to have to be an A commit. Team Terror know it. They start to move. Lead blockers Envy out in front. Does get one, but that will do it. And it still ends on an absolute blunt death screen.
Just as soon as he died.
Yes.
They didn't even like get a chance to like touch the ground first. That was just, it was over.
It'd be like that sometimes, you know?
Maybe I thought it'd be like in Rocket League when you go to overtime and the ball, like when it ends up touching the ground, it'll actually, sorry, in every regulation when the ball hits.
Yep.
And then finally it does, but if it stays in the air.
Yep. We keep it up, keep playing. Yeah, it would be interesting. I mean, CTF tried that at one point way back in the day. It would be fun, honestly, to play. I think for the OT, it would be nice to have those OT rules we had in CTF where whatever the first cap is, that's then the time you have to counter to win in OT. Would be a really nice, I think, addition to Overload, but it's still tough where, you know, you're trying to make the hero run in OT, one player goes down, maybe you get hit by a nade, and you had a wide open lane, it doesn't matter. The round's going to end. But with that, Overload brings the variety of a tie ball game into the second side, which is what we always like to see. So 4 minutes on the clock, some odd change. But a 2-2 game, series on the line for both teams. You win this. If you're Team Terror, you move on. You lose it. If you're Easy White Chocolate, or I should say you win it, good lord, you move on as well. This is a big time Overload round.
Be in their sight lines. Players still trying to wrap around. It's going to be a huge engagement. They come out on top there, so they are going to get our first score here in the second half. Here on Exposure, coming from Easy White Chocolate. They were dominant in that hard point. They came all the way back. I mean, they were leading at some points in the game. They choked it. They made a miracle comeback to take down Team Terror. Team Terror really had their way with them in that search and destroy. And then over here on Overload has been a back and forth affair. Winner of this one, as Spaceman mentioned, is going to be our first team punched into our finals as well. Something to keep in mind here of day number 2 of the Navy MWR 2026 Spring Tournaments presented by USAA. As Breadwinner ends up dropping there. Team Terror playing this one ever so patient. Pistol comes out, able to find the kill there over towards the mid lane. Still one more in front. Tries to get the jump in the snap, but not able to do just that. BG with a clean 3 wipe. Going to be one more player in front. Just going to go ahead and try to full send it. And is it going to be taken out? Finally he is. Was just delaying the inevitable there at that point. As now Team Terror, they have control of the EMP. And as soon as I said it, 3 drop. One more player to worry about in the backside. Got to pick it up. Got to go quick. Larkin takes one out and can't get the second to go. Easy White Chocolate starting to roll.
I'm going to call this a big brain play. I think that was a specific choice to play the death, but to try to push the EMP into that little cut because he had his teammate sitting with an AR on the heady. He's like, look, if they pick this up and they hit that lane where there's a 50-50 chance they do, just literally pre-fire and you're going to get at least 2. And they do. And they're able to punch it through eventually with numbers, with force. It might just be enough. It might just be one of those selfless plays of, I know I'm going to die, but I'm going to put you in a position to make a play. And guess what? What was a tie game is now a 2-goal lead. However, on the move, Team Terror should punch one through. They will. Down within 1.
Trying to do some more slaying out, sitting right over here towards the zone. EMP has not popped yet over towards the middle. Going to be a nice gunfight, though. Try to get that control. See if Sweet can try to stay alive. Might be sandwiched in here. Don't even have to worry about the second player. It's Vinci just shredding him. And now Team Terror a chance to chain things going back to back. Kill comes through. EMP is dropped. More players come for support here for Team Terror. And Envy may able to shut down 2 of them. One more in his sight lines, but it's Nolka able to get out with the EMP in hand, trying to move around, not able to get it. One more player to worry about.
Nice. And
they are able to survive the wave there for Easy White Chocolate.
if they're going to wrap, they're going to need BG to go big. BG has to start clearing the lane. He's got to be the lead blocker in front. So far, we get a little bit of it. Again, numbers will trickle into P2 side. P3, I should say. They get a couple of clears. Top Solar still locked down for Team Terror. They're not letting anything away for free. Now decisions have to be made. Do you get Mixie in the cut? The answer is yes. They're going to try to split to A. You don't have a lot of choices here, but again, kills have to fall, and nothing's happening at mid-map. You lose one, you get one. Back to B. Really stretching this round out, not only killing time off the clock, which is huge, but forcing as much as they can to punch this one through and basically secure this game. Oh, what a route, dude. They played this perfectly. Every time you think this team is, like, out of it, they just pull off something. It's unreal. Like, it's simple enough to be defaulting back to A or B to go for a counter hit, sure. But to recognize we got a minute 30, let's kill some time, let's get these kills, let's put ourselves in a position to not only rally, but to play defense. Brother, they just split the numbers. They played so wide. And they stretched out the defense of Team Terror, and it was enough. It was absolutely enough. They do it again.
If there was like a Navy MWR Clutch Team of the Year award, this would be the only team in contention.
Yep, I mean,
it would be them. Nobody else. They continuously in close games always find a way to squeak out. And this one, honestly, they just started dominating. They turned it on over this past 2 minutes, and they're trying to add some more onto there. It's, you know, when you already have the game locked up, you might as well just throw everything at them and just see what ends up happening. But it is going to be Easy White Chocolate, one of the best names you might see, most clutch team you're probably going to see throughout the course of these tournaments over years to come.
Yep.
They are our first team punched into the finals, and what a run it was there by Team Terror as well. But Easy White Chocolate, there's just something about those moments when they see that clock get to before 2 minutes, after 2 minutes, they're immediately something just turns on them. They activate the Winter Soldier. They're there. They're locked in. They're focused. They will be in our finals to play for that $150 and that grand prize. $150 per player, by the way, not just for the whole team.
Yeah. It's crazy. For one, the fact that it's worked this much, and we have some replays to highlight again the shenanigans that this team can pull off. Two, look, I'm not going to be Debbie Downer, so I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to hold my opinion till later because I want to celebrate this moment that we've seen a clutch team do things that just should not happen and get this far off of those wins. Like, they have literally top-decked answers at the most opportune time consistently, and it's worked. Be damned what the Plaza S&D was. Respawn-wise, this team is never out of it, and got to give credit in the end to everybody on the field for putting up a hell of a fight, but this team just finds ways to win, and maybe that is the recipe. Sometimes it's enough to get you through the championship. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck. Team Terror put on a really good hell of a show, and it's got to be so frustrating, I think, looking back to that hard point specifically, because again, like, the S&D was so one way. It felt like this team really started to find their footing in the beginning of this overload, but after that kind of 1-0, 1-1, 2-1 game that Team Terror had, they didn't do much. That second side was completely dominated by Easy White Chocolate, and it was enough to get the win.
Yeah, the S&E a little shaky. Map like Plaza, as you had mentioned, if you're an OG in the space, you maybe played that one a million times. But as we learned yesterday, there's obviously still been some players who haven't had any type of reps on it. So you're just trying to figure out anything possible. And of course, you're going to go with what's safe. And that's typically the A hit every single time. But we're going to cut to a commercial break. When we do come back, we are going to have our other semifinal. It's going to be going down. We're going to watch that through its entirety. It is the Belly Bandits.
Come on now.
Taking on Washed, a spot in the finals where they will await Easy White Chocolate to see who is going to be crowned champion here of day number 2. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Navy Morale, Welfare, and Recreation can help your business build brand awareness through our exclusive military market. We offer a variety of customizable sponsorship and advertising packages through Navy MWR promotions, events, and digital platforms at installations around the world. Come make an impact on the lives of service members and their families, all while earning a measurable return on your investment. Find out more at navymwr.org/sponsorship.
This year, make your next getaway a Navy getaway. Instead of heading out of town, discover what Navy Getaways has in store for you at your local installation. Make it a great getaway. Navy Getaways. Stay, play, and relax.
Welcome back to Navy MWR Esports Spring 2026 tournaments presented by USA and brought to you by the Navy's Morale, Welfare, Recreation Program at Commander Navy Installations Command. Dirk and Spaceman here with you. One final, semi-final, and then we will jump into the grand finale to see who is going to be crowned the champion here of day number 2. We got the Belly Bandits. We have seen nothing from them so far because they have not been featured on stream, but they do have Hale in their team. Kuzo, Heartbreaks, and Smoke. And for Washed, we already saw them earlier in the show as well. Bane, Gunshot, Moxie, and Zap. And a good start there for Mr. Team Washed over there towards this hill. As we get into our next set of rotation, the Belly Bandits are hip to it, and they are the first ones there.
Listen, man, it's going to be a tough team for Belly Bandits to overcome on the other side. But if there's a players to do it, I mean, Hale and Heartbreaks, Uzo, fundamentally sound respawn, especially hardpoint players. And you got to think that when it comes to going to toe-to-toe in these respawns, it could be a 3-game set, no doubt about it. Very curious what we're going to get out of the subs again from Gunshop and Zap. They had some struggles earlier on in the day in their last series, but there's a chance for the Grand Finals appearance. And look, either of these teams might be well-positioned to win it all tonight, but this is maybe going to be the strongest semifinals match we're going to have in terms of slaying and in terms of just wall-to-wall gunfights. This should be a hard point that does not disappoint because we have shooters on both teams who have experience at this level.
Man, Overload has been spoiling us with a lot of the hardpoint games that we've seen here so far, kind of like how it used to back in the day as well. Just a great map to run around and play with. We kind of spoke on it across every single mode. You saw, I don't know why I have such vivid memories of Control on this map more than anything else, but it's one that flows pretty good for everything. A 3-lane map. Funky bottom lane, middle lane is as cookie cutter as it gets, and of course, in every map in Call of Duty history, you got to have one area that is just absolutely chaotic, is what you're seeing here in the showers in the tree.
Yeah, if you don't have at least one round of chaos, one hill that makes you question existence, you're not playing hardpoint the right way. Word to Adam Sloss. It's got to be the yellow land cave, nothing else. This is going to be a mixy hill. It's going to be a mixy hardpoint and a very contested opening game. Best of 3 still. We moved to the grand finals, same situation. Wash has gone the distance with a couple of teams. Belly Bandits, again, kind of the first time we're really seeing them on our side here for mainstream for day 2. And we've talked ad nauseum about the likes of Hale and Smoke, Heartbreaks, Kuzo across the board. For what we've seen from them at Navy MWR, no surprises really anymore for the competency of these players and mechanically how sound these players have gotten over the last 2 seasons. This is a good test for both throwback maps and vibes overall, what kind of shooters we're getting here in the semis. And again, going to be a really tall order for both teams in this best of 3 because the respawns make up 2/3 of it. So it's going to really come down to that S&D and how they're looking on the day.
I'm going to give you a part of a tweet, and you tell me who tweeted, okay?
Okay.
Man, screw Hoagie Fest. All these stale hoagies that are there. What happened to Wawa?
That sounds like Rick Ross.
It was. You don't remember when Killa tweeted that?
Oh my God, that was Killa. Oh, dude, for a second I was like, "There's no way that's just gonna be Killa." Oh man, that is.
Literally,
yeah,
as soon as you
you're
mentioned
right.
Killa, the first thing that just popped into my head was like, "Man, all these stale hoagies at Hoagie Fest." And I'm like, what?
I forgot. I totally forgot about that. Oh my God. Every now and then I get that clip of Killa getting smoked online, like his ping was off, and he just get aptly gunned, and he was just bewildered. It's dude, the things in my brain of Killa, the sloss, all the stale hoagies at Hoagie Fest. Is awesome.
He says that they were so stale that he could grab it and launch it across the field.
Dude, there's nobody like him. The time of I just want to sit down with Miracles at some point and ask him what it was like to be next to that dude, and how they were able to handle that raw masculine energy.
I remember when he got a stint. What was it, in Optic Nation? When he was on the team, and they had the interview at even like the regional championships or something. I think it was with like Puckett or someone. He just went on there, started like dropping F-bombs, TPs right next to him, just kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah, dude. It's a whole lot of there's so many experiences that just straight up blend together, and when you start dissecting them, it feels like we're going through an episode of like The Mentalist or something. It's just that was a whole era. These young guns, these young whippersnappers, they have no idea. It's a whole era of personality, which is always why Call of Duty kind of stood out in the landscape of esports. The personalities, the banter, the social media game. It's nice to see that the game has continued to grow and that younger audiences throughout the years, and I say young, I mean these guys are in their 20s, right? It's nice to see that the competitive side of COD has not waned at all. It's just stayed one of the best titles in the game.
100%. Back over here to the action. It's through that first rotation, we really saw nothing. It's such a close game. It was tied at the end of the P1 there going into this one. Tied up again. Another lead change, this time going in favor of the Belly Bandits, which they had a little bit more success over towards this P2, just like they did in that first set of rotations. P1 was washed. Kind of the same thing has been happening here so far, which if that stays true, we might get ourselves another little 250 to single-digit victory, which is what we're always hoping for when we get down to the hard points. They are fighting for the scrap, though. Just 10 seconds to play with. They are going to get it, but they're going to hop straight off the hill, start to get the rotation over here towards the Showers. Gunshot going to be the first one to get the kill. Bane's going to be able to follow it up with there on the outside. And now Wash, early rotation paying off here so far. See how much time they can try to get from this as the players start to flood on in for the Belly Bandits.
Looks like they're back to playing sake, man. Just great little triangle offense there. Picking up the kills on the cut. They've held their position just for a little, but they're going to have to meet the M15 of Kuzo and company, and so far it has not gone their way. There's the break. The flip. They're in. Another tie game again. 137-135. Oh, boy. Oh, this one's going to be a doozy. Down to the wire. Showers control still. Wash trying to rally back into the hill, but all blue for now. Belly Bandits continue their roll.
Well, finally able to try to break in, try to get something going back their way. Belly Bandits doing a good job of holding on to that control. Heartbreak's trying to stay up, not able to. Did get a headshot there, not able to finish off the kill. And backside, completely spread out there for Belly Bandits. It's going to be Kuzo trying to set up shop inside of the hill. Got to worry about the players that are going to be rotating out, though. Here at the top side of your screen, going to be some big gun fights going down. And it is going to be split. The trade is going to go in favor of the Belly Bandits. And look at this. They should spawn out. Nope. Right behind you. Turn around. I mean,
sometimes
I used to. I feel like, you know, we come from a time when you look at the mini map, you're like, there's no way they spawn back there.
Yeah.
Right?
And they
logically, they're like, they spawn across the map. They have everything covered. It's just logical that they spawn as close to the hill as you possibly could. And they're still not able to break through, by the way. And as soon as I say that, they do. There's Moxie.
Every time you think, again, it's kind of similar to our last team. Like, every time you think that you've done the homework and you've broken the back and you lose a number, like, there's no way they can do it again. And then Moxie for 2, or a sub picks up a 2-piece. They wipe, they get a trade, they play a 3v2 down to a 2v1. The numbers keep being the numbers, man. It's simple stuff like this where these are, again, not the most impactful 2-pieces because you're basically just playing trades. You're just throwing numbers at the hill. But when the game gets close, those are the times when those 2-pieces, it's an extra 10 seconds. It's an extra 15. It's an extra 5 there. And that's all you need to win it. Speaking of, you stay contesting. You stay close when all the chaos is happening, when the dust settles. If you're just there to be prescient and just there to, have object permanence other than shooting your teammate in the back of the head, you can have stuff like this where you go on a rally on P1. Uncontested 20 seconds, 218 to 157, the largest lead for either team in this game so far and extending towards the win. LA Bandits trying now just to clean up the last couple of kills. Can't win it here, but pressure for Washed. One of the first times they've really been tested today. What do they have to respond with?
This has been the story of like the past 4 hills that we've seen from Wash. They give up about 40 seconds. They're in there to get the final 20. I'm not good at math, space man. I just know that's not going to come on top of the victory. Yeah. That's obvious enough. So you just need to see a big hold from Wash just to try to swing something in their favor. You be the team that gets 40 and you maybe give up the 20 to the Belly Bandits, but you're also put yourself in a position now in this game where you can't allow Belly Bandits to even just to go fight off like the scrap for the next 10 to 15 seconds that might be left on a hill.
Exactly. You don't have the time, so don't do the crime. Rotate early. Zap for 2. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where's the follow-up? Well, Hale's there every time. Hale, so good at the back line. We talk a lot about the challenger side, Diamond Con, the AR anchors who make the most. Hale's one of those players who just consistently in Navy MWR has been an anchor AR, a backline player who supports slays or OBJ slays. Like, just straight up can do it all. Able to close out stuff like this where he gets his teammates in position, helps them clean up the cross. The Overwatch is in. Sentries are good. 244 to 183. Oh, my God. They're not going to win it here, but they might just do it back inside the showers. We'll see if they can close it out.
Will there be another team that joins in the rankings and the selection for the Navy MWR Clutch Team of the Year award? Because right now it is Easy White Chocolate, and it looks like it's going to stay that way of Easy White Chocolate. That's how you close it out. 250 to, I believe it was 191. Please show.
I think you're right.
Please hurry.
I think you're right.
Okay.
We may
gotta wait
never
even
know.
longer for it.
Let's make it up. Let's call it 100 points left.
It was either 250 to 191 or 197. I want to say 191. Final answer.
I believe you are right.
Great game. Lots of back and forth, but just, any time that you're playing a hard point.
Hey, you are.
Anytime you're playing a hard point and it takes you 40 seconds to break, it's just never going to work. You got to at least get in there, go for trades, leave uncontested time in the hill, work it towards the game clock or something. We'll see the replays here of how everything played out, but it was just constant. It was 15 to 20 seconds potentially going their way. There was just no getting it scrappy and going for any type of contest time.
Brother, I mean, if you're a coach sitting down with your team and saying, all right, what do you think our average break time is? And they're like, oh, like 15 seconds, blah, blah. And you're saying 40. If you're saying, 80% of the hill, 85% of the hill time. Yeah, just at the end of the day, like, just off the math alone, it's almost impossible. It is almost impossible to win a close game, let alone a game of hard point when, you're losing the opening 30, opening 40. It's just, that's the nature of the game. So while it was close at times and while it seemed like we would be going more of the distance there, again, credit where credit's due. In the end, this is a squad that when they realized they had their foot on the gas, they went all the way. And now as we get ready for the game 2, you're 1 win away from the grand finals. And by the way things have been looking, you have a very solid shot at being able to win the grand finals against a team outside of Miracles who has had some shaky moments today, and the S&D hasn't looked great going into the grand finals. So Easy White Chocolate not only have to work cut out for him, but if I'm on the other side of this thing, I'm saying we want to win this thing quickly and cleanly, and we want to get to the grand finals to keep these guns hot, because they could absolutely just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Well, I know that we got game 2 that's coming underway. We will have a search and destroy as we go towards the Indian Ocean, where Plaza is based. And you could travel as well over to the Indian Ocean and go clubbing in here. Hopefully not in this setting. Hopefully it's more lively than this. But the military community can save big with booking all their travel needs with American Forces Travel, powered by Priceline. American Forces Travel is a joint service MWR program where service members, veterans, DoD civilians, and their families can save on flights, hotels, rental cars, and cruises. You can check out all the deals at AmericanForcesTravel.com as the Belly Bandits strike first.
Belly Bandits are going for it, man. AmericanForcesTravel.com. One-way ticket, early flight on Friday. We'll see you out of the open bracket. That's what it feels like right now.
You know, across esports, I don't know how you feel about this. I wasn't always an early flight guy. When the event's done, just get me out as quick as possible. Except final event of the year, give me a late flight. I want to go have fun with everybody
I'm staying
before I
in.
don't see them for the next like 5 months.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're staying up. We're going to Anaheim. We're going to the Anaheim Hilton. We're chill. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got to get those early flights, man. It's tough when you're waking up at 6 a.m. But you want to be home. You want to be in bed. I know that feeling.
Like Rimpack was perfect because we all left at the exact same time, so we're all on the same schedule. We got to relax the whole day before our long flights back home.
Yo, we had a crazy Uber drive home to that airport, bro. We had you and I had a crazy Uber drive to that airport. You remember our driver?
Was it the one that? What was it?
We were being informed about all the things you can do in Europe. We were being told about all the different kinds of things you can do. It was a crazy ride. Yeah, it was a crazy ride.
And then we got to the airport, and there's that open building, so there's no AC, no nothing. I was sweating profusely.
Yeah, I felt like I just got out of, lower round 3, man. It was tough. We made it. We're American patriots. We're heroes. We paved the way. Okay. Patience is a virtue. 20 seconds. 7.5 to defuse. Oh, we're going for it. There's no way. There's no way.
Check it. And they finally
Thank God. That was a little too close, to be honest with you. A little bit too close. Just a little. Oh.
Let's say surely not. There's no way they were gonna let that go that whole time, and works out perfect because they were to slide on through and be able to get the kill there too with Moxie.
Good Lord. A little scary, but they do survive.
1-1. Belly Bandits, they are up 1-0 in the series. If they do take this, they will move to the finals. They'll take on Easy White Chocolate. Easy. Needs come through. Complete push coming out here from Wash. Peek around the corner there for Gunshot. Able to find one getaway with his life for the time being. So good job of getting the first blood and being able to get out of harm's way. As soon as I say that, Smoke's able to even things up at 3-3. Shots go down for Zap. Not able to connect. And we can breathe maybe here for a moment as soon as I say that.
Ooh.
Gunshot. Thought he got out of the way there for a moment. But crispy shots coming on in. Overextension has come through, and now all of a sudden, it is now a 2 versus 2.
Will it hold? Smoke out. Patience. Nade shot. Sovereign. Trigger discipline. Now you gotta go. Oh, good read, actually. Good little poke there. Zap. Oh, God, timing. It was the right read. It was the right look. You can't hate the players. Got to hate the game. That's tough. Zap's gonna get him. That's a tough one.
It's always tough when you're playing like the whole trigger discipline game, and you just you mistime it. You're doing so good, but then the timing doesn't go your way. He quickly turns around, spots him. At least he was able to finish one of the kills, but in that situation, obviously, when you're waiting that out. You're just trying to get the quick 1-2 punch, hoping that maybe they have a lapse of judgment. They keep on trying to rotate. Then you can get just shots from behind. So a tough one there. Good job by Wash to be able to close it out, specifically on Zap. That's his only kill that he's gotten in the game so far. And it was a big one for them to go up 2-1.
I mean, quite literally did everything right, and it's just sometimes it just does not go your way, which happens. But that is the COD timing pain. It's a long series. We got 3 games potentially. One of the rare times we've really seen a B hit in 2 games of Plaza. It's nice to see. Pretty good spread. Very risky, though, for Gun Shop and Company. A very risky push. Just because you're basically on an island now. I mean, mid's completely locked away. Belly Bandits can just throw numbers through mid, pick up the cross. Zap trades. Player 2 should split here. Heartbreak should split. If you're going to go on the roam, if you're Hale, he's slow as the anchor. I'm Heartbreaks, I'm going. I'm challenging immediately onto zone. I'm trying to get position on site. And that's what you get from Hale. He's going to secure that mid-map every single time. Now's the time to get Mixie. 1v1. Zap. Saw him. He saw him. Repositions. Slides. It's the wall jump. Heartbreaks. Throwing shoulders. Bit dry. Doesn't matter. Oh, he gunned him. Oh, yeah, he gunned him. Belly Bandits needed that round. They got it.
I think it was the angle from player 2 on the Belly Bandits. I don't know what sightline he had, but it must have been so precise there on the bomb when he was trying to put it down. Because that's his only target. He wasn't peeking mid-map. He was just staring over there into the courtyard the entire time. So he was able to slow things down, at least with the bomb plant. And then there in that 1v1, it wasn't Heartbreaks. I don't know who it was on the other side then. But, I mean, it was clean. But we'll see how they continue to play this 2-2 now. Back and forth the things get. It's going to be an all-out rush over here towards A for the Belly Bandit. The trophy system's going to be down. They have complete control.
Big first nade. I mean, it's just, that's opening. You can collapse now. You can play with your food. That's just the opening. You're trapped. You're in a kill box. You're in the kill box. There's nowhere to go. Heartbreak's going to have to put on a bit of a miracle here. Not going to happen. Washed will get the round. All 4 members stay up. Yeah, just really, really well done. First nade falls. Second player moves in. It's a clinical round.
You get smoked that round, and you just got EDM just blasting in your ears.
Yeah, as a reminder.
It's like when Skrillex used to be huge for COD montages.
I was more of a Hoodie Allen kind of guy, you know? Any Hoodie Allen fans in chat?
There's got to be some.
Any FaZe Ilcams, Hoodie Allen fans in chat? Any early Logic fans in chat? Like what I'm seeing. Hit him with it.
Ooh, fought out there for a moment. Kuzo able to find 1. Got shots on the second. More importantly, he's still alive. Slides. Gets the kill there too. Heartbreaks.
Oh,
able to
baby.
Close it all up there for the Belly Bandits.
Good lord. Yeah, that was a fast one. Every time we think we're starting to get a little bit of a pull away, the Bandits come right back. Pickups, Heartbreaks, a little bit more of a flow state than what they had over at A. Good timing on the route. 3-3. Hey, give me around 11 now. Can I be so selfish? Could I ask for around 11? Is that too much?
No.
Is it wrong of me?
You know, if we get around 11, Wash wins. We'd have another game 3 to be back-to-back series after just all sweeps yesterday.
That's right. I want it. I'm selfish. I want it.
It's another B hit coming out this time for the Belly Bandits. Oh, Zap, can he make the play? Oh, able to find 1. Perfect timing. Heartbreaks. Player right beside him doesn't see it. Now turns to the right, gets him. But Gunshop able to find 2. It's a massive 1v1 between Heartbreaks and Gunshot. Both have got it going on so far here in this game. You hear the glass break? He maybe did, and oh my goodness, extra shots there. We saw it. You can't blame a sticky right trigger there. Great kill from there. Timing, it goes a little bit in his favor. That's all reactions, though. When you're in a spot like, look at that. I mean, he missed it. Looked like the first couple shots anyway. And there you go. Safekeeping. Take that with you.
Take that with you. Remember that. I'm your father. Hey, man. Hey, man, we got ourselves a real good game here. I mean, on a 3-speed for Heartbreaks, I don't think we'll see the Hellstorm. It's possible, and if it is, that's basically a guaranteed first blood. If not, it's info. All right, big round for Washed. Very big round. Not out of it by any stretch if you're down 5-3, but could get a lot worse. Info, get some eyes on Moxie. Now you know. Zap's going to move up. Take the one-on-one. He will. Gets traded immediately. All numbers do their job. Everybody gets out. Back to 3v3.
Look at this angle. It's beautiful. Oh, gun shop. A little shaky. Able to finish off the kill. Does have this top control. Got to worry about him. There's Moxie with 1-2. Kuzo. Not able to take him down. As Washed back and forth. It continues. It's like a tug of war between a bunch of men juiced up on steroids.
Yeah. Seen it. Felt it. Need it. Give me 11. It's not too much to ask. Just give me 11.
Give you 11 and some waffles.
Okay.
I think that's what show is that?
Oh, Stranger Things. Yeah. I thought a Waffle House for a sec. Oh, we were gonna throw hands for. I was like, you know what? I can go there.
Welcome to the Waffle House Boxing Championship.
Come on now. We should just have it like A-Bomb should be sponsored by Waffle House on this map. It would just be a perfect little community builder.
You know what? Let's find a map modder that they can just go on the PC and just make plazas, little dance floor area and bars turn into a Waffle House.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, there we go. 2 kills go to the Belly Bandits. It's going to leave Bane and Gunshop up in a 2v3. 4 fights going down. Gunshop able to clean up 1. And like so much of this game has been, it's been Gunshop left up in 1v2s, 1v3s, and he is going to be taken out there. Worst timing possible. Belly Bandits! I'm seeing a trend here. I think it's whoever's on the offensive side. Were they just on offense? No, defense.
They're on this time they were on the defense. And they made it look good. A little bait and switch on the outside, dude. It was great. And you're right. Defense does win championships.
Potential 1 round away for the Belly Bandits to jump into our grand finals.
Here
in day number 2. Factual statements are being said. No, they were on offense last round. So maybe offense wins championships.
Oh, excuse my poor Aunt Sally. I had a stroke. You were right. This is for all the marbles. The grand finals appearance on the line. Up 1-0 in the series. Bomb goes down. Wide split for Belly Bandits. Wide as hell, but you're committing a lot if you're Washed. You are stuck inside, and you have to just straight up be better.
It is all about the trades, and they came out on top. 2 more players to worry about there on the inside. Push is coming through. Moxie wins a big 1-versus-1 there on the outside. Push comes through the middle. Kuzo finds 1, and Bane able to shut it down. What happened to the final player? I think he was just focused there on the left side. We'll see it here, hopefully.
Yeah, it was mid-cut. It was mid-cut. Oh, we might see it. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Pick up.
Slide out and then. Oh.
Literally a hipfire bullet. A bullet. We asked for it, didn't we? We asked for it.
We did.
And guess what's happening?
It was just the switch there on the sacrifice of the first player just came a little bit too late. Maybe a second earlier. That's over Belly Bandits win. But gave him enough time to readjust and get a good read there as well. So now Washed will go over to the defensive side. I think it's been offense heavy. Whoever's been on offense has been the one taking these rounds. And it's going to be, an absolute firefight to close out here in round 11.
He shot his teammate. Oh, it's going wrong. But Hale and Kuzo, they're making it right. They're making it right. 2v2. Who is that currently on A? That's Moxie. Posted. If I'm hitting the rotation now, I am going. Is it a fake? Why would you fake this? Just to double back.
No.
I understand why. But, timing. Hale, you gotta hit these shots. Oh my God, get the bomb down. Get the bomb down now and throw that nade. Pick up mid. You You have to be a guardian angel. You just have to play you have to kind of throw your body at this. You're going to have to be okay with being a sponge. They're out. Bombs down. It's up to Wash to extend the series.
Kuzo on the outside. Hale investing heavy into this flank. A pinch is going to be imminent. Hale comes all the way through. Do they expect it? They do. They turn. They snap on him. Or should I say zap on him, as Washed takes the round 11 and now force map number 3 back-to-back series. We didn't get one at all yesterday, and now we have 2 back-to-back here in our semifinals. Wow, I mean, the read there, I mean, I don't know what happened. I thought that maybe they were going to wait for Hale to get into a position for the actual pinch. Maybe just went a little bit too early on the push there into A. I think, you know, you wait there and then, okay, as soon as you get the go ahead, Hale's like, okay, I'm right there at the elbow. This is where we can start our push. But the timing was just not in their favor. It's just almost as soon as they got that kill, they knew nothing was to follow middle. There's only one other lane that you can check.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the round is like, you see the win percentage swing back up the moment that Hale missed those shots, right? Like, it's a tough gunfight. There's no doubt about it. It's a tough angle. It's a hard kill. There's no debate there. But for a player like Hale who's that good, and also just for situations where those are the times when you have to absolutely hit your shots, even if you just get one, that was the moment where the minute he misses, the win percentage just skyrockets for Washed, because now they know where you're at. Obviously, they know what the decision's going to be. You can't double back to be the way that you thought you could. You kind of give away all the pressure and the awareness you had. And yeah, man, that patience that almost paid off, but that lack of centering, that inability to close out that first kill on the retake, that will haunt them. I mean, that is a choke is too harsh of a term, but like if we're watching like pro players play, that's one of the moments where you say, oh, they choked that. Like, they should have had that kill. And the fact that they don't gives Washed a second chance. And the way that they battled through that round 11, let's take a look at the replays. This is a team now that has nothing to lose going into the game 3. I mean, you've just proven that you can make this other squad uncomfortable. You've proven that you can make them make irrational decisions or second guess their own shots in crunch time, and that's what you get.
Yeah, as back and forth as it gets, I mean, really just a split. Nobody went up by 2 rounds at any point in time. It was just 1 round tie, constantly just going back and forth.
Crazy.
And then there, I mean, the offensive team finally lost. So we head into our final map here of our semifinals. It is going to be Overload. It's going to be Exposure. We'll see what this has in store for us. I mean, probably, no, a lot of the games that we get here in Navy MWR for any Call of Duty that we've ever seen, there's always like one favorite that we look at as like, okay, this is the team. This one's just fit. Like, I'm torn. There's going into this, I'm like, I don't know who's going to win, and it is living up exactly to that MO.
Yeah, genuinely, I mean, there might be edges somewhere, but genuinely don't have a clear-cut winner. And that just spells even more interesting parts for the eventual grand finals where, yeah, we have our opinions, but today has proven that the game's not over till the clock hits 0, dude. The game is not over by any stretch. So what used to be pretty clear-cut examples of power teams or big players kind of making runs and expecting S&Ds to go a certain way, expecting hardpoints to kind of be a certain way, round 1 today proved that all that's out the window. We started today round 1 with a upset. Like, who knows where this one goes? What I will say, though, is that it's not the best start for Washed. It's not what you want. You don't want to win a clutch round 11 and then come out the gates and get burned. That's not good.
Quick 2-0 start, though, for the Belly Bandits here on this Overload. What is it? It's each half, right? It's 4 is the cutoff?
Yes,
and
sir.
It'll switch?
Yes, sir. 8 points overall. Not too much. It can rack up quickly. But, again, like, a 2-0 start, that's a tough one. I know, 2 kills. Good board.
Belly Bandits in control again. Just racking up the kills all the way around. Bane trying to get something to slow it down. Not able to.
Ooh. 8-1. Come on now. And they get mid back. Forcing the defense to chase. Having a sub posted up in the window. Don't see that too often, but with the NPC, anything's possible these days. Again, much more sub presence, for lack of a better phrase, in this season then I feel like we're seeing more players, one, feel more comfortable really with being able to flex to the NPC. Dravik was fine in its own right, but it does feel like we're starting to see, especially with the maps open up a bit more and maybe more of the introduction of old school classic maps, we're starting to see sub players really take more control over power positions on exposure like control window. It's just nice to see that things can change from just a pure AR dominant.
Yeah, it's been a nice switch up. It's almost been, for a lot of these teams, it's been 3 subs and then the 1 AR typically. I mean, sometimes even even 4, depending on obviously the map and the situation that calls for it. So it has been a nice switch up, and I feel like on a map like this, obviously you do have your long sight lines, but you had mentioned it, right? A submachine gun in the window. If you look at the length of the shots that he's hitting from that window, that's still so close range. So it makes sense. Where if he's firing from the distance, it's been taking a little bit longer for them to try to finish off these kills as well. So I've been liking what I've been seeing so far, honestly, compared to the Dravik. I think it's kind of been like a night and day difference, at least from me watching. You have a lot more reps of watching at the highest levels. I don't know if you touch up on that, if it's, you know, you're like, yeah, it's still the same. It's a sub that kind of does a little bit of everything, or...
No, brother, you have the COD eyes as the veterans have. Like, when you can see the difference, like, is it enough to completely change the pace of the game? No, but the subs are taking up more space on the map, specifically in those power positions where, unless you are a pro player and you have that Dravik shot, we're starting to see more confidence from a lot of the roaming subs that look like they can open up and play loose. So yeah, it's enough of a change to make a subtle difference, and subtle differences is noticeable over the course of a competitive season. It's nice to see in Season 3. Early on in the year, it's May, good lord, but like it's still relatively early. We're about halfway through, and already the NPC is just allowing sub players to again evolve as the season goes on. And clearly it's working, because Heartbreaks, who looked relatively jammed in the S&D to start, or even players way back in our last series who looked like they were kind of slow to the gates, once the NPC came out, especially in Respawn, they looked much more comfortable. And the Dravik didn't always have that, at least at this level. So it is nice to see that the players are comfortable.
I think maybe it was just like the NPC just looks and feels like a sub. It moves like that way, where the Dravik almost felt like a hybrid.
Yeah, it's just a flex gun. It's like the Maddox. It's like, brother, that's just an AR.
Gunshot sniping?
Not the worst idea.
Gunshot
not
sniping.
The worst idea. I mean, you're down 4-0. It's not great, but like honestly, I kind of liked throwing that curveball. Like, all right, we need to kind of establish again some midline here to keep them honest, especially offensively. If you're confident, it's a cool play, but again, it does relinquish down to a 4v3. It's a high risk, high reward, but not much reward here.
All right, it worked out. They got the score. They didn't even get close to getting the EMP into one of the zones in the early parts of that last round. It looks like Gunshop has taken that away. Maybe it might just be a mid-map thing, just to try to control some of those lanes. But as soon as we say that, I mean, look at that. 3 kills in a row. They're about to get another one unless they can meet them there on the zone. They're not able to, so 5 now for the Belly Bandits as they continue to roll here. And if you are watching and you are a sailor E1 to E6 or unaccompanied sailor, then be sure to visit your MWR Liberty Center, where you can discover new interests, use computers, play video games, billiards, watch movies, and attend parties and other events such as outdoor recreation adventures and trips to explore the local area. As back in control is washed with the EMP, just get any type of route just to stall as much time and try to decipher which way that they want to actually go. But Zap's not able to win the 1v1.
And that's kind of, this is more so hitting on kind of the emphasis of that snipe play, which was, like, again, if you're beginning the round, if you're opening up proceedings with it, or you're like down a goal or two, yeah, like it is the right idea. It's a good idea, but the value of being down 4-0 and using it buys you a goal, but it doesn't buy you much more than that, because you're immediately switching off to go back to a default, 2 sub 2 AR. So it's the right play, but the game state doesn't favor it really too much. And now you've given away the follow-up conceding goal, and then a follow-up goal after that. From a 4-1 game to 6-1, you're 2 points away for Belly Bandits to just go into the grand finals. I think Gunshop is either purposefully playing slow or, a little cheeky. We'll find out. Game continues.
I think he just put the controller down. He did the same thing in round 1 too. For about the last minute of that, he was just kind of sitting in the back area. But yeah, well, just 1 score away from being able to close it out. Why is the target 8? Why wouldn't they just make it like 10?
Could honestly, my only guess is internal testing of simply 10 either takes too long, or they felt that 8 was the right pace to play for a game that was supposed to be a hybrid between control and blitz, and they're like, you know what, 4 minutes and 8 goals overall, I think that's a good start. And it is. Belly Bandits, you know what? Yeah, unfortunately, I understand the frustration from Gun Shop. I totally get it. It's a tough spot to be in for sure. But when there's time on the clock and the game is still going, definitely just want to keep the feet moving. Not out of it by any stretch. Obviously, it's a tough spot to be in for sure. But hey, it's 6-1. The game is not over, and I know your teammates would love to not play a 4v3. But nonetheless, you run into a hard opponent, no doubt about it. And we'll see this team again move through. We got the replays up, and folks, we got ourselves grand finalists now. Dirk, I mean, this has been a doozy of a day of just random crap happening, and it's been awesome. But like, I have no idea how to predict this.
We have more stability today than we had yesterday, but we still have the same amount of chaos.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a great day. We had 2-0s to kick everything off, some forfeits in those early rounds, back-to-back game 3s, and that one was just an absolute domination of a game 3. But yeah, it does set up our grand finals, which again could be one of the more competitive ones that we've seen. Yeah. I do think personally, you know, if we're making predictions, I do think I favor Easy White Chocolate in this finals. I just think from what we saw, they've at least been able to stand out a little bit more in the series that we've been playing compared to what we've seen at least from the Belly Bandits. But then again, that was our first time seeing Belly Bandits the entire night. They played round 1, but we didn't watch it. We watched Easy White Chocolate. In round 2, they played Team 444. We didn't get to watch that one. So the semifinals was the first time that we've actually seen them play. So, of course, my bias might go to Easy White Chocolate because guess what? We have watched every game that they have played so far. They watched round number 1. We didn't see round number 2, but then we obviously saw the semifinals and then now here into the grand finals. So this is how everything shapes up. Easy White Chocolate there on your left side. The Belly Bandits on the right, all for the glory of playing for a $150 gift card that would go to each of the players on the team. Of course, everything provided by the Navy Exchange, and everything you're seeing here today, Navy MWR Esports, presented by USAA and the Navy's Morale Welfare Recreation Program at Navy Installation Command as well. Let's check out the maps that's going to be going down here for your grand final. It's going to be a best of 3. We are going hardpoint on Colossus, search and destroy on Raid Spaceman. We will get it pending a forfeit potentially, and then we get Overload on Den. We were robbed of Raid Search and Destroy last night, but we will get it tonight again, but pending. We didn't think we thought we were going to get it yesterday. Then all of a sudden they're like, nah, after the first one, they're like, nah, I don't want it anymore.
Hey, listen, I'm down for Raid. I'm surprised, not like in a weird way, but I'm surprised that you're feeling the easy. I understand the Easy White Chocolate vibe because they have proven it, right? Here's the thing, man. At some point, the luck's got to run out. You're telling me, listen, if they pull it off, I will eat my shirt. But you're telling me that we're going to watch Hale Company. I mean,
that's a throwback.
Listen.
That's a throwback shirt.
Listen. Oh, don't worry. I'll eat something else. I'm never going to touch this.
Good man.
This is gold. Now, listen. If we're watching Fundamentals breakdown in real time, I don't know if I'm going to bet on Hale and team to do that. But never bet against the hot streak. The hot hand at the table is winning. Easy White Chocolate might just straight up be the smoothest team in this tournament. I can't fault you for taking them, man. I don't know where this one's going to go, but I'm titillated, and I want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's just something. I don't think it's going to be a game 3. I think it'll be done 2-0 by somebody. And anytime I feel like if Easy White Chocolate's maybe the stronger team, and we are starting off in hardpoint, which they have won every single hardpoint that they've played.
True.
So factor that in. Now, it has gone down to the wire and every single. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look at the Discord. I'm gonna look at the score submissions for when they played Raccoons on Fiber, and I want to see if that hardpoint against them went down to the wire. Like, can you imagine if everything that they've played is like 250 to whatever?
Yeah, I guarantee that one they got 100-point clubbed, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's just." Actually, I want to know actually what was that? What was
it was 250 to 101, so they dominated that one.
Okay,
almost got him in the 100-point club. They missed it just by a second, but yeah. So they dominated that one, but yeah, everything else, and we don't have screenshots for those just because they've been on stream, but it has been comeback after comeback. Even that very first round, I mean, they took down Charms and Air Force Gaming at that point. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like the comebacks just don't make sense. Like they do, but like. Are we gonna get a situation where can they dip into the bag and find a fourth? Excuse me. Can they find a fourth clutch play, a gene, where they have to then play perfect hardpoint for another 180 seconds? They could, but I don't know.
This the comeback clutch magic
I don't know,
is
man.
good enough to get you to the finals at times.
True.
But usually the finals is where the magic goes away.
True.
That's
Where
it.
did Jimmy
It
Butler?
always history of anything that has brackets and what you're doing right. You even look at like from a March Madness perspective. You might have that team. They hit the game-winning shot multiple rounds in a row. They get to the Elite Eight. They get to the Final Four and just obliterated. No chance for them to come back in that one.
UMBC.
So we'll have to see. I mean, it'd be ridiculous if in the finals again they're down in the hard point and they're somehow able to string something together and come right back into it.
Dude, if they do it in map number 1, if they do the same thing, I think we will see a forfeit. Like straight up, I think we will see like Hale and companies be like, you know what, you can have the raid. We won't, but imagine if we get the same thing. I think we should almost give them the trophy at that point, because it's nonsense what they're doing.
I think they got a lot of fight in them. I don't think a forfeit no matter what. I think I got some fight in them.
Oh, they got some fight in them. I better see a snipe though. Don't disappoint me now. We're waiting for one player to get in.
I don't think anybody on either of these sides have brought out a sniper.
Now it's time. It's grand finals. What do you got to lose? You get second place, got a $100 gift card. Get first place, $150. What do you got to lose? Other than $50?
I mean, only it's been gun shop, and there was one other player that we were watching because they both pulled one out in the game, and we're like, oh my gosh, they pulled out double snipers. This never happens.
Now pull out a triple.
And we saw a sniper in a respawn too.
Well, no.
Your prophecy is being fulfilled.
Bro, we saw a sniper for a round. We saw they were down 4-1. They said, this is the play. I'm pulling out a snipe off of our first team fight. The minute I get a snipe, I'm putting it away. We're down 4-1, don't care. That was what we saw. So it was a snipe and respawn, but it was also like a snipe on a tricycle. It was not full speed. So, sometimes you just got to see the way the cookie crumbles. All I know is that if you want to get your predictions in now for the hashtag Navy MWR fan vote that we've created, go ahead and use those channel points. Hashtag for your favorite team or your favorite player. Tell us who your MVP is going to be at this tournament. Honestly, I think Envy is up there. MVP if things go well. Other than that, I'm down to vote for everybody. But use your channel points. Vote now. We will be giving away an aircraft carrier to one of you who wins this tournament. Probably the one that you and I were on. Dude, imagine. Fun times. We're almost there. We're getting ready to get loaded in. Predictions, 2-0, 1-1, 2-1. What are we thinking? What is this grand finals going to be?
I say 2-0 to easy white chocolate.
I kind of want them to win just for the namesake. It would be nice to have a non-Flameberg finalist who has a great name. Yeah, listen, very down for all of this. Folks, get your predictions in chat. Players are loading in. We got ourselves raid for map 2. We're guaranteed to go to Black Ops 2 for this. So if you've been waiting for raid all tournament, all weekend, you're having a great time. Pizza, French fry. You're having a great time right now. Okay? Look at the maps. Beautiful transition from production. It's almost like we died. Colossus, raid again. What a map list. Come on now.
I love Colossus too. There's something about that map. That is one I hope that with all the new maps that come in, that Colossus will always have a home.
Yeah,
in
it's
Black
a good
Ops 7.
It's a good map. It's got a little bit of evac from Black Ops 3. It's got a little bit of a Black Ops 2 DLC map vibes on it. It's a good map. It is a good map.
Ooh. Kayla's got work in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Quick 2-0 is the request.
Oh. Bro said I gotta go clock in. We better
Get
hurry
this over with.
S&D. Oh, that's crazy. Imagine like stalling. Be like, I'm gonna try to take 15 minutes between maps now. That would be tilt factor 101. Can't wait to see what we get though. Again, all these players, again, thank you so much for taking your time to not only compete in these tournaments where you can sign up Navy MWR Esports overall to get more information about how you can compete, but there are full-time human beings, right? We got full-time jobs, careers, scholastic opportunities, serving your country and playing competitive Call of Duty. Some say impossible. We say why not? These guys are real gamers. We've seen firsthand. Real gamers.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of a lot of players, they've played in like LAN environments, but obviously before they even went to the military too. And if they've been around for a while, going to open events, locals, as you mentioned, always a staple with it, then they go to the military, figure out there's esports programs within all branches of the military too, gives them a different avenue to go play in. So I think we're very well represented across the board of all the branches. Obviously, this is put on by the Navy MWR, but we got Air Force Gaming represented here. Army Esports is represented. We've had the Marine Corps. They've been putting the thing as well. Have we had Space Force? Unless like we don't.
No, we have.
I'm sure we've had to have somebody.
We had him. We had like a fill-in Space Force team name at one point early last year. For one of these, but we did not have like an official. We haven't had like an official Space Force roster that's played or at least been fully representing. Yeah, I mean, hey man, listen, life is its own open bracket. Okay, these guys are in the military. That's basically LAN. They're basically doing one big local.
And hopefully they have blue Ethernet cables instead of the yellow ones.
That's right. Don't forget them.
Shout out Killa. Shout out Killa.
Shout out Killa. You knew best.
Here we go. Grand finals underway. Easy White Chocolate, Belly Bandits to see who's going to be crowned champion of day number 2. By the way, nobody from our finals last night is playing in this one, which is kind of insane because usually we'll at least get somebody going with an opportunity to go back to back. But there is not a single player represented from those teams from yesterday.
Yeah. And usually between the back-to-backs, usually we see, familiar faces, even if they're not champions outright. We're seeing the same kind of players crop up. This is one of the rare times where, outside of Hale and Heartbreaks, Kuzo, to that extent, a brand new fresh face of players, brand new fresh roster, I should say, of players into this grand finals, and a chance for Easy White Chocolate to put their name on the board of a team that kind of came out of nowhere is a bit harsh, but it is kind of a crystal clear image of what today looked like, from one, playing through a gauntlet of round 1 to taking out the eventual runners-up from yesterday and finding a comeback on Scar Hardpoint, to 2, putting their names on the map. I mean, you don't often in these kinds of tournaments get brand new faces and teams kind of making their mark and being so prominent in their, I guess, quote-unquote debuts, but that's what this has been, and it's just been a really solid day of, at times shaky, at other times brilliant Respawn Call of Duty from Easy White Chocolate, and now's the time to show up most.
They're starting to build up on a pretty good lead here as well, which, we talk about the clutch moments that they've had. A lot of them has been almost choking away the games. They've been in these positions where they have pretty, sizable leads that they end up losing, and then it just becomes a dogfight. They end up going down. They somehow are able to bring themselves right back into it.
Yeah.
But looking good here so far in the early parts of this hard point. Kills going in their favor. Trades going their way. But they did get the crucial kill over there towards the middle. That allows Belly Bandits to push on up and get that control here on the outskirts. 2 players left up to try to contest. Spawns coming on through, but they got the M15s right in their sight line. It's going to be a tough break here for Easy White Chocolate.
It's going to be real tough. You don't have the numbers to really funnel this one through. You're going to have to push 1, then 2, then 2 at a time, then 3. Love the stack for 1, played a bit of a snake, and then throw the numbers at it. It's a double for BG. Okay, the nade kind of clears away the whole conversation, and they're rewarded for it. 61-49. Just back into it. It's going to be as close as you'd like, and as many times as we see Easy White Chocolate take the lead and build it, and the game starts to kind of come back into neutral ground, and things get mixy. So focus some of the gunfights lower left of the minimap. Again, player 6, that will be Breadwinner. It's very quiet in the S&D earlier on Plaza. This time, much more proficient off the start of the respawn. 12-6 for BG, 42 seconds in the hill. Make it 13 on the 14th, maybe. Make this my reason. 8 switch. Oh, it looks so good. Oh yeah, baby. They're going in, they're flooding. They got both pinches orchestrated. They have the break, they have the time, and they got the hill.
I didn't have 13 reason why on my bingo card.
Never expect it, man. They never expect it.
81-58. Sweet was the standout for Easy White Chocolate. They kind of got that ball rolling the very first game that they played. I should say he's been quiet since then. Not the standout. It's hard to try to top your performance of a 10 kill streak to completely swing the game in your favor.
Ooh.
But they are cooking. What is that? They're cooking with gasoline on a stove or a Blackstone. Right? No, Blackstone's flat tops. No.
Is Blackstone? Is that George Foreman? Oh, Blackstone is flat top.
no.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. Blackstone is flat top. Yeah. I had to tap into my big boy brain for a sec. Yeah, you're right.
They're cooking with gasoline on a Coleman stove.
Oh, come on.
There we go.
Need that little griddle, you know what I'm saying? Do not underestimate the power of a griddle. Listen, for all the adults out there, for the men out there, I'm telling you, learn how to cook on a flat top and a griddle. It will change your life.
Ooh, envy me. 3 kills, trying to make it the ace here. 1 player left inside the hill. Doesn't need to worry about it. BG's there for the support. Turns around, able to continue the streak. 10 out of 10. That's what Spaceman is to me.
Oh.
118. The score continues to rise as they keep on getting this hold over here towards P1.
Is that your leg, I feel, or is that me? I don't know. I'm ready to find out. Look at that rotation, folks. Look at it. It's pretty for now. It's not going to last, though. Maybe it will. Good lord. All 3 go down. Wait a minute. The separation. Rare opportunity. The air is different up here for Easy White Chocolate. They're not used to having a solid lead like this. They're used to playing off the back foot. They've won from P1 to P2 to P3. And now they're back to the second set of rotations. They're back to P2. They're going to have to bunch. This time they do lose it. For Belly Bandits, it's a full 60 that get them back in the game. Trophies are out. Trying to force those back cuts to at least alleviate some pressure. It's not working. Breadwinner for 2. And there's the clear. Uh-oh. That's a full 30. Uh-oh.
It's a good break from Belly Bandits. They orchestrated the pinch. They got control, but they immediately just gave that up after the first wave of push coming from Easy White Chocolate. They're still able to get in here to try to contest it, just to try to limit as much time as possible. Rotation should be going over here towards the next. Hale tries to peek out. Sweet's able to find him.
Nice.
But now this is almost like it. You could call this a money hill.
Oh, yeah.
I would think so. I mean, because so much sight lines. If you get the players in the right position, you kind of just pick and choose where you want to be. The break typically comes through the middle, but even then, it's going to be pretty hard to be able to make something work that way.
You're just kind of hoping for best case scenario. A 2-piece or a 3-piece. Waterfall falls. The kills come with it. Maybe a streak here or there. So far, it's been 2 pieces that have been the X factor for Easy White Chocolate to keep these hills alive, especially on the late contest when they're late to the hill. Late being relatively subjective. They're there just in time. They're able to find the contest. Again, wall-to-wall gunfights continue to go the way of Belly Bandits. It'd be the best case scenario, right? You kind of get put in the blender. Your ARs are forced to wake up. Your guns are forced to just get online quickly. War of attrition seems to go the way of the boys in blue for now. 20-24 on a 2 spree. Shut down. Kuzo and Smoke and Heartbreaks will have to come back off respawn. Double hit through mid for Easy White Chocolate. They're going to try to split the map here, and they do win the back spawn. So nice little rotation out. You give up the last 10 or so seconds, and they're rewarded for position. Now it just comes down to kills.
I did want to know, I believe it was Breadwinner in the Discord. He's playing from Pearl Harbor right now.
Wow.
So
that's insane.
Factor that into his performance. I know he was trying to make something happen with the hosting and the way, so that way he could ping to the server. So typically when all these games are played, it is pulled on the East Coast. So he's playing from that far away, and he's 19 and 20. He had some concerns that he was going to be losing some gunfights. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You wouldn't be able to tell by the way that he's playing that he's all the way on the other side of the world, basically, in this one.
I mean, that is maybe one of the coolest places to play a grand finals. I'm just going to be 100% honest. I did not expect that. And as we have both seen in person, it's a beautiful sight. Kind of sick that you can say I'm playing a grand finals of COD tournament from Pearl Harbor. I mean, that's just a bar. We'll see if it gives him a little bit of lucky magic. Rub those pickles together. Come on. 193, 138. Brand new hill. 3rd rotation. P1.
Oh, I fear I've seen this before. You hit the little mid-game slump. You allow the team to start to claw their way back into things. It was a solid hold in the previous hill. Now over here towards P1, which typically is a little bit chaotic. You don't get a whole lot of time off of it. They are doing the complete opposite here. Hale extends the streak to 4. MVMe finally shuts him down and able to find a big 2-piece to take control. One more to worry about, and he's going to go down in flames there. Cuzzo jumps on through, able to find 2, finds 3. Line him up, knock him dead. Belly Bandits continue to roll over here on P1.
Yeah, they do. They're showing a little sign of life late in this game. 197 scary. You're not quite into scrap time just yet. You're not quite there. Surely they know it. 169, 197. We're going to rotate out into P2. Who's there first? It's going to be Smoke to Heartbreak. Heartbreaks goes down. First line of the defense falls. BG for 2. Follow-up for 3. I mean, every time you think that Billy Bandits just find the answer, they find the right skeleton key. Easy White Chocolate break so quickly. If not, they're contesting. Like, neutral time is good time for Easy White Chocolate. You'll take that because NVMe's not gone down. He's controlled the backline. Gets 2 in the process. Pulls attention away from the hill. Allows his teammates to get in position. They flip. They get close squad spawns. Oh, baby. It's looking good. Easy White Chocolate might just go up 1-0 in this grand finals.
It's been clinical with the way that they're trading. And it's not like, you know, my teammate falls and then I'm just flying into the same angle. They always have somebody positioned kind of hiding away. Give it a couple seconds, then peek out and go for it. So they're allowing us to regenerate a little bit of health here and there, but just enough to catch them off guard. By the way, I don't know if we've been keeping track the entire night about, remember we were saying we're going to see 40 kills tonight.
Yeah.
We probably have gotten it already, but I just remembered that we talked about that. We're at 41, at least here for BG, but I'm assuming that we've had it at some point already in a hard point.
Brother, of all the times to have a 40-point game on Colossus, on your first hill, or excuse me, on your first hard point for a grand finals, yeah, this is the moment where BG just stepping up. You just need one player to kind of make the motion happen. Like, everybody else follows the motion of the ocean. You just need one player to make those waves. And BG's been the player. 41 and 28 has really led the charge. It's kept them out of having to play Miracle Hardpoint. But it's not over. They know that. The numbers starting to split, but look at how they're playing it. They're orchestrating their hits so well, so clean together. Perfect timing across the board. Perfect pickups. You called it out earlier, Dirk. The team shots are excellent right now, and it's made a world of difference. 248, one more break. Surely not. Surely not a taste of your own medicine.
Not a chance. There's just no way. You got to get 2 seconds. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it's different when it's at 240, you know, and you got to get 10
fair.
seconds.
That's
2 seconds.
No, probably
Just
like a little bit. I was like, there's no way. There's no.
I mean, I did see the break and they passed the 200-point marker, which any time that the opposition is able to get past 200, it kind of like sends some shivers down your spine. Like, oh, okay, well now it's closer than it was, and like 200 looks a lot scarier than 199.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
it does.
they're able to get the job done. So that is now map number 1 here of our grand finals. Easy White Chocolate takes it over to the Belly Bandits. We will get Search and Destroy on Raid. Let's check out the recap that we just had there. And that was a pretty good hard point the entire way around. Easy White Chocolate was in firm control. Little mid-game push from Belly Bandits, but ultimately Easy White Chocolate, no need to be the comeback kids in this one. They dominate like they did in their second round hard point.
It really looked like the most comfortable hard point they've had maybe today. Like it just from lead, hold, the breaks throughout, from the team shots, the pinches to the pickups, they were excellent. They were so good. What you need in a grand finals, really. But this seemed like the most comfortable. We've seen them in Respawn at least. The only thing sitting in my mind outside of the play of the game from Uzo, which was nuts, the only thing that just is a hiccup for me still is the absolute difference that we saw between this team in Respawn and then the S&D. Granted, it was Plaza. It was a different map. This is Raid. But it didn't look like there was much for them to dive into play-wise in Plaza. And that does scare me a little bit because, again, no matter what you get out of Respawn, the team on the other side is, on paper and in-game in terms of empirical evidence that we have, they're better in S&D than currently Easy White Chocolate. It could change tonight, but that's what scares me a little bit, is just knowing that, okay, the difference between your first map, your respawns, and then your S&D from the last series we saw was so drastic. That's the only thing that scares me about where we're going right now. So Raid's going to be interesting because it is not Plaza. It is not as tight as some of those 8 hits should be. Raid's a bit more spread out. It's more versed by all players across the board. So this should be a map where the likes of BG and Envy really have a better time as an AR kind of posting up and doing their job.
Yeah, for like a map like Plaza, we talk about it, obviously it was Black Ops 2, but that's not been one that's been remade or put into any other Call of Duties, at least from my memory. Whereas Raid, there's at least been iterations of it where they've kind of cloned the map, changed some things, or just brought Raid back. Now, over the course of, has it been 4 Call of Duties where it's probably appeared as a total? So you should have no excuses that like, I've never had experience playing this. This is the staple. It's one of the greatest maps ever to exist in the game of Call of Duty.
Yeah. If any FPS, it's up there. And it's looking good. You didn't even need the snipe. Well, you needed it one time, but that's about it. I love the fact that we already have snipe play. That's big for me, my mental health. But a 1-0 lead and a very clean round 3 spree for Sweet. Halfway to a Hellstorm. Things are looking up for Millhouse.
See if they can continue that one. Pretty easy round for them. Not a whole lot of contests coming from the opposition. 2 kills, though, did come from Hale. As you might expect, he's kind of a standout guy that you just need him to have a big series, maybe even carry more than what the load of just one player is supposed to bring to the search and destroy.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can try to keep it going. And then MVP does have the bomb, assuming he doesn't have the snipe out. If I had to guess, maybe dished it here for this one. And quick kill is coming out there. It's going to result in the trade in the 3v3.
Not the worst spot to be in if you're the defense. Granted. Comes down to the AR hit. Smoke sees anything, even with the tag, I'm backing up. Keep some eyes, sure. You know the stretch is happening. It's a clear-cut play as old as time. Did anybody pick up the flank? No. We're all looking the same direction, and Breadwinner says thank you very much. Bomb does go down. At what cost? It's a wrap through mid. And Sweet is going to take the sub up to the bedroom. Okay. Where is the follow-up for Breadwinner? Are they in position? Yes. Any follow-up tags? No. Heartbreak still in position. Sweet gets cut down. And the 2v2 for Belly Bandits is working out. Now just time to defuse.
Oh, wait. Oh, is that it? No, he stuck it still. Usually, you know, sometimes when as soon as you get hit, you flinch, you drop it. Good on him for just like, I'm sticking this thing out. I'm not going to release it. So it was tough there for a moment. I mean, it's a tough play, right? Because when you do stretch it like that, it's a double-edged sword. You give up that room control, you're kind of screwed. Everyone has the IQ to counter the stretch with a stretch defuse, basically, so you have all that coverage. So there's no real way that you can attack it. Even going from the hut, the bomb is still going to cover it. Just almost impossible. That's why it's so key for that room coverage. But the 2 push down the middle, you had called it out. Love an M15 up there in the bedroom. You got the NPC, not able to do the same amount of damage as possible. So 1-1 as we jump in here to round number 3.
I really like that aggression as well from Belly Bandits. Knowing when to pull your punches is a whole skill in S&D, but matter of the gun, they recognize that they might have had to jump on the player in bedroom, and they went for it, and they were rewarded. I mean, that's very risky, but it works out. And as we're speaking, as I'm yapping, Easy White Chocolate did their thing. That's all I got for you. A couple of nades, some pressure into Art. That's about it. I mean, that was it. That was the round. It was just a bunch of 1v1s. Sometimes that happens on raid.
It's been a lot of very quick rounds on the defensive side for Easy White Chocolate. We saw that at the beginning of the game as well.
Yeah.
And then with the offense, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. You could break the deadlock on the offensive side. It's where you can start to stretch your legs a little bit. We'll see what they do here. One put over towards the middle. Envy with the bomb. Hopefully he doesn't go down to put it in a weird spot, but it is over towards A. Are they able to slither in to be able to get the bomb down? MPG following up with 2 big kills. Smoke finally able to take him out. Here comes Heartbreaks on the flank. Bomb is going to be down. Is going to clean up the kill there as well. Heartbreaks versus Sweet. 1 versus 1. M15 versus MP7. Able to get out of the way for the moment. And time is in their favor. Everything going against Heartbreaks in this position. He's going to get real aggressive here.
Sweet recognize it. You didn't hear the slide.
Oh,
God, timing. Oh my God. You literally just have to chill and play time. Belly Bandits, my goodness. It's an aggressive route, but he just got COD timed a little bit. Is he gonna go for the hop? It's so risky. You're running out of time. Just park the bus if you're Sweet. And he does. My goodness. COD timing giveth and taketh. But this time, it falls in their hands for Easy White Chocolate. Every now and then, you just need a little bit of magic. And that was quite literally ring around the rosy. And a perfect little setup. Nicely done.
For a moment, he got close to the bomb and almost looked like a deer in headlights. He was so focused up there in laundry. But then he hesitated. He's like, well, he hasn't peeked out to check yet. And that's when he started running around. But at that point, it's too late. I mean, in that situation, right, in a 1v1, do you just want to be the guy to go out on your shield and be like, I'm just going to go for the defuse if I die defusing, or do you just want to let the timer run out, you know? Like, I think I'd rather just hop in and just pray for the best at that point.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this evolve over the years. It's very much, if you can't find the hunt down, or excuse me, you can't find the chase down, and you just don't find the kill at that point, you might as well just stick. You either play the heady or just stick, because there's really not much you can do. It's a no-win situation, but you kind of have to force it and hope the other player is just a little too afraid to poke. This time, nobody's afraid. Bomb yet to go down. 34 seconds on the clock. Up to bedroom. Into the pool. Oh, baby.
You didn't see him.
It's a mare, though.
Oh, my God. Are they going to spot him? This is such a ratty spot. Oh, my God. Like, they spot him out. Still alive.
Get him out. Get him out. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
I like the idea. I like the creativity of it. I think if he actually would have stayed down there and stopped, obviously got to peek up for air, I think he would have gotten away with it.
Yeah, you know, like, it is just simply like he got through the second breath. He got through the third. But it's just, unfortunately, you are a victim of your own success in that point. It's very tough.
That's such a cool spot when you're just relying on the person top bedroom to stay alive. But then when it turns on you and it's just you by yourself, it's kind of like, well, I'm stuck here. Like, where else do I go?
What exactly do I do in this spot? Your whole game plan basically relies on that guy staying alive. And he did, but this time, talk about a series where expectations thrown out the window in some regard. 4-1, a different S&D squad from Easy White Chocolate. A 10-2, oh my. I think Sweet was actually close to a hellstorm. Not anymore. Breadwinner and BG still up. Hale knows exactly what's on the docket. But he's too tagged to Chow, and Breadwinner's going to get poked from the side. It doesn't matter, though. His teammates are there. The gunshots are clean, and the follow-up kills, the team shots, the trades, baby. This is the Easy White Chocolate that we were waiting to see in S&D on Plaza. This is the team that played perfect hardpoint together, that had to lock in and did so. Come on now.
Plaza is just not their cup of tea.
Nope. Never again.
That's the only thing I could chalk it up to, is that maybe Plaza is just not for them. They're coming out here and they're dominating. Everything that they're doing is to perfection. The team shots are great. Every single aspect of it is just sensational.
Yep.
And we will see if they can close it out here in 6-1 fashion to complete the sweep here in our grand finals.
Oh.
Hale able to draw the first blood. A little bit of a sign of life from them. Sweet is going to be taken out as well. Anytime you can get the guy with 11 kills off the map, you automatically like your chances of making something happen. It is a 2 versus 3. Breadwinner and BG. Heartbreaks, Hale, and Kuzo. Bomb is going to be down.
Pitch might work out, though. Timing. You gotta get that kill. You gotta get that. It's wait, nobody picked him up? I know you're watching the lane, but you don't need all two to watch the lane. Okay. Whew. Relax, spaceman. Okay. Whew.
I mean, I thought the same thing as you. He just dead stared. He dead stared at that person.
Yeah.
And they didn't turn around or anything.
Bro, I know you're watching the cut, but you already have somebody Tiki. Kuzo, you can just, bro, if I'm saying, hey, he's weak back here, I'm getting chowed, I'm turning and killing that guy. Every time. A little scared. I felt something in my legs kind of jump up a little bit. We're good. We keep going. It just takes one. Hey, what do we know about this team? What do we know about Easy White Chocolate Call of Duty? It only takes one. It takes one good play, no matter who you're playing. Ellie Bandits, this is your time.
You could be flowing the entire game. You could be up 5-1, but you drop one round and all that momentum goes out of there. Oh no, we're so close. We're so close. This should end up with easy A control, though, with this kill. Breadwinner's able to open it up. Shots are going down towards the middle, so they can't get the bomb down now.
Yeah, put that thing down immediately. Put it down right now.
Sniper's out. Oh, Kuzo.
Baby. Look at the map. Look at the mini map. They have so much real estate. I mean, it is over. It is over. It's a GG's, folks. It's a GG's, and it is a historic win for Easy White Chocolate. To win the grand finals and to do so by playing some of the most miraculous hardpoint we have ever seen in Navy MWR, to clutch up time after time, and to get blessed with some good kind timing to boot. I have never seen anything like it in this tournament. Easy White Chocolate are your winners. Sweet Breadwinner, BG, and Envy Me. Fair play. The magic was enough to win it all. I've never seen anything like the hardpoint we saw tonight from those guys. At round 1, upset into this, unbelievable.
That might be one of my favorite tournament runs that we've ever witnessed.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Like to start off the way that it did against the players that it did, and then going forward, having the same thing that happened in the hard point, same result, coming back for the win. And not only that, like we had so much question about the search and destroy, which obviously they played a game 3, but the plaza looked awful. The raid looked clinical. Spaceman, final thoughts of tonight, because we will be back tomorrow, which we will touch upon.
We will.
And hopefully we get a big turnout because it is Saturday. Got nothing better to do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm hoping we get a massive turnout, obviously. Look, this was in terms of the history of games we've had games where we expect certain things. We've had MWR matches tournaments where we kind of know what to expect, and there's some chaos in between, but this is one of the first times where not only have we had like an underdog win it all, really, but we've had an underdog do so in fashion that is relatively uncharacteristic, being you playing perfect hardpoint and doing so, like winning it on Gridlock in the way that they did, winning it on Scar in the way that they did, winning it in S&D in a couple of clutch rounds that escape my memory for now, but in rounds where they shouldn't have won, but they did, like outside of the Plaza, which was their worst performance tonight, in quotes, this team came out of nowhere, stunned one of the best teams in round 1, took down a top 4 team in semis, I should say. And they did their thing in a 2-0 in grand finals. They looked good in the hard point. They looked even better in the S&D. Like, I mean, man, that's just... I don't have really enough words to describe how good that hard point was tonight from this team. It was so fun to watch.
Yeah, we'll see if they maybe come back tomorrow. I know last time, the Saturday, we actually ended up doing 2v2 search and destroy the entire time. And
we had knives only at one point.
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. We'll see if that happens or if we keep it with the 4 versus 4. But that is going to bring everything to a close here tonight for your 2026 Navy MWR Spring Tournaments, brought to you by the Navy's Morale Welfare Recreation Program. And of course, we have to give a massive shout out to, I'm going to try pointing first try. Boom, had it wrong. And I should probably use the other arm this way. Oh my goodness. USAA, thank you. I'm sorry it took me 4 different tries to try to point to it. Of course, they are our supporting sponsor. No Navy endorsement of sponsors implied. And again, tomorrow's the final day, day number 3. You can sign up for all these tournaments at navymwr.org/esports. And if you are in the Discord, there's going to be announcements to go out there and get everybody, get your team, get your squad. If you don't maybe have a team, there is a free agent pool to where you can get put onto a team. They can combine you just so that we can go out there and try to play as well. Again, navymwr.org/esports. And of course, be sure to follow Navy FFR on Facebook and Instagram at /Navy FFR. And of course, give us a follow here on Twitch at /Navy MWR. Everything kicks off tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So you got plenty of time to go sign up. We will be there, myself and Spaceman. But for tonight, I gotta go back and refresh my memory real quick. Easy White Chocolate. Great name, great story. Comes out of here with the victory. They are your champions here of day number 2. They are taking home a $150 gift card for each player of that team. But for one final time tonight, myself, Spaceman, on behalf of our production crew, we will see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern for our final day of the Navy MWR 2026 Spring Tournament.